Maybe it's Oko, actually.
It's all of them.
Yeah.
Actually, it's
Well, that's
probably Brainstorm and Ponder and Fetchlands. Let's be
true,
let's be
true, true,
real.
true. I started to say this list hasn't changed at all since I last saw it, but then I looked at the whole Reacher in the sideboard. And also Court of Cunning, which I think I know what that does.
Oh yeah, it mills your opponent either fast or slow depending on whether you're the monarch or
Is this
not.
basic? It's basically to replace Sulfuric Vortex. It's just like a much better version of Sulfuric Vortex for
Yeah,
like
pretty
what
much
was the
because it's
purpose it
also
serves.
Phyrexian Arena, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But like you boarded in this in the context where you used to board in Sulfuric Vortex is what I mean.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think Vortex has aged well over the years.
Right. I'm aging myself by mentioning boarding in Sulfuric Vortex.
Well, to be fair, the Delver decks you used to play used to be really good with Sulfuric Vortex.
One time, this was like way later than it should have been for me to have done this, but this was like 2015 or something like that. I played a Legacy. It was like a Star City Open. I played Rogue Delver, and I wanted to put a Sulfuric Vortex in my sideboard, but I couldn't find one. So I was just like going through somebody's box of cards to like find like the closest substitute I could come up with. I ended up putting one Eidolon of the Great Revels in my sideboard.
Was it good?
No, it was not. Obviously not. No, it doesn't. It is not good in Delver.
You don't say.
Yeah, I mean, you see the logic I was using, right? But
I
it just
do see the logic. It was not very good
right.
logic.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, it wasn't for the just for the reason of it like being a huge nombo with your entire deck. The real problem was that like Sulfuric Vortex that you can cast Swords to Plowshares on is actually not that great against miracles.
Oh, that's actually probably a bigger problem. And
Yep.
also, if they ever terminus that plus something else, the game always ends on the
Yeah,
spot.
exactly. If your Vortex dying Determinus is also not good. Yeah.
It,
So
it turns out being enchantment, not creature, is a very important thing.
it's like a Vortex you can pitch to Force of Will. It's just busted in half.
But this is sulfuric vortex.
Oh yeah, it actually yeah. So now we have two. We have two of that effect. I guess Court of
Well,
Cunning maybe is also good in other matchups.
it is. If you ever play against lands and you resolve this, it's really hard to lose
Okay, I can see that.
because they can't actually kill you fast enough. I think most of the time.
This thing kills quick.
It Yeah, 10 cards is fast. Ooh, okay. We got some subs from Monkrez Nose in the Tonic booth.
No, we live already. I need to get
Yeah.
your chat up.
Sub badges when? I'm not sure when I'll get sub badges. Maybe I'll get them made. I don't know how it works. Yo, what's up, Akash? You remember Akash Shrout?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, of course you do. You were covering events back in the day.
Way back in the day.
Mana Symbol says, save me from the modern band talk. Very well, we will not talk about modern bands whatsoever here.
I have no context at all in which I could even talk about modern bands. So
Yeah, see, Shrout is ban
it's
immune
perfect.
because he hasn't played a match of Magic in probably a month.
Yep, exactly. That's perfect. I'm on point. I remembered how to pop out the chat
Oh, nice.
without having to like tinker with it for 10 minutes. Like, because yeah, you have to switch to non-mod settings, which is bizarre. I don't know why a mod can't do that.
GWL asks, is Blazing Volley for mirrors? Actually, no. It's mostly for D&T elves and goblins. If I knew my opponent was the straight young Pyromancer mirror, I probably would side in Blazing Volley, but if they have like Tarmogoyf, I would not. So it's very contextual.
What did we lose to fit a Court of Cunning and a Hull Breacher into our board?
Usually I play like extra Graveyard Hate in those slots.
Okay. Do we used to have more submerges than that?
Yes, actually. The reason I cut down on Submerges, I think a lot of the mirrors, opponents don't fetch Trop until they have to play Oko or Mandrills, because a lot of people did shave down on Tarmogoyf like I did.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So trying, like, submerging Pyromancer is not that exciting, right?
True, true. So did the Vapor Snag become, or like did one of the submerges become the
Yes.
Vapor Snag?
And the other
Gotcha.
one became, like, something. Like Sulfur Elemental, probably. Which is not exactly the same. It's actually very
Yeah,
different
it's
use
a very
case,
different
right?
card, but yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah, we didn't always have a Sulfur Elemental.
No. I've
not
not
been
played Assault
necessary
Elemental
so far.
for several months until people started playing a lot of Skyclave Apparitions.
Sure.
Then I
I guess.
decided D&T was probably going to be represented in the showcase qualifier last weekend or
Right.
2 weekends ago. And I did not play against it once, but having it there in combination with Blazing Volley, I think is really powerful.
Are Miracles decks still popular at all?
No.
Like the the post Miracles, however what are they still
No,
called
no.
Miracles? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. It occasionally some people play it. I think it's generally not very good, and mostly snow control or snow mid range, however you want to put it, is
It's
a
just
much
kind of
better
replaced
deck.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. Okay. And
it
Silver Elemental's probably not very good against them. So
no, because they don't really play Monster Mentor. Why would you play Monster Mentor where you can play Uro?
right,
Just think
this
about it.
checks out.
Remember when Mentor was like people complained about that?
Yeah. Well, actually, no, not really, because I mean, it
No.
was a card, but it was not like. No, I don't remember it being problematic for anybody. So
It was pretty problematic, but only because Sensei's Divining Top Counterbalance Shell was just so problematic.
right. I had drifted away from when I last was like really following Legacy that closely.
Mm-hmm.
Like Miracles was good, but people hadn't figured out to jam it with Monastery Mentors just yet. They had like some mentors in the sideboard. They
Yep.
hadn't figured out that it was actually just the best card in the 75, and you needed to build your deck around it.
Right. So we have the person who actually went undefeated in the Legacy Showcase in the chat, asking where was DNT in the showcase. I think I didn't see one in the top 32. And yeah, it turns out it was hunted to extinction in the top 32. There were literally 0 copies. The Slot 1989 went 12-0 with Snow Control or Snow Mid Range, which is a pretty damn dominating performance, I would
good.
say.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just, I mean, we can look at. Do I have a snow build on my account still? Oh my god, why did I delete them? Okay, I'll pull it up for you just to show you what it looks like because maybe you're not. I don't know. You don't look at the deck list anymore, right?
No, not really. I mean, I watched your stream yesterday, the day before, whenever it was, with
Painter Snow.
the painter's servant deck, and I could tell from looking at that list that it was basically the snow deck, but with some extra horseshit, and I could kind of infer what the deck looked like without the horseshit.
Yeah. So this is like relatively stock. There's just a few items that are not normally included. Like you don't always see Cling to Dusk, and you don't always see Trophy or Leovold, but the rest of it is like pretty locked in, I think.
Mm. This has consumed like the metagame space of both miracle decks and like traditional bug control decks, more or less.
Yeah. Monkrus Knows wants to know if you're from Kentucky.
He sure am.
In fact, from, was it Moorhead, Kentucky?
Moorhead, Kentucky. what gave it away?
I don't know. We'll see what Monkrus Knows says.
I'm excited to find out.
It could be Google. The answer literally could be Google.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, that would also be an interesting answer.
Oh, you said horseshit.
Do people not say horseshit outside of Kentucky?
No, people do say horseshit outside of Kentucky.
I was like, there's no way that's a Kentucky thing. I mean, I know we're like a horse state. I get that, but like...
Oh, what gave it away? Every Grand Prix Louisville was in literally a horse convention center. It always smelled like horses.
Yeah, because they literally have horse shows in.
I know.
All the time.
Yeah, what's up, the handsome Mark?
That's fair. I've never thought about that, but that has to be I mean, yeah, it probably is usually bull and more commonly bull in other places, but.
Oh, Fairy Conclave coming in.
Don't say bullshit. We use them both. It's just I don't know.
Fairy Conclave coming in strong with the Twitch Prime sub. Wow, you got tired of it? Wow, that's really not surprising, but I'm glad to see you still have a username that identifies you.
Barfus used to be your screen name. That was ambitious of you.
It was ambitious of one person in the chat, namely the person whose Twitch account that was.
I mean, you have to have realized what that sounds like, right? Come on, man.
He that's the point. That's why he chose that.
All right.
All right. Anyways, this is the deck I played in the pre-room last Friday. I think this deck was really fun.
Oh,
And
Barfus Poo. I remember that.
God damn
Yeah,
it!
okay. I
Why would
remember
you do
you.
this, Shrout?
I remember
Why?
you, and I remember enjoying you. Okay, that's different.
Why?
That was a
Oh
good
my
call.
god!
I mean, if you're tired of it, that's totally
I was
you.
trying to
Fine.
ignore it.
I mean, it's all right. If you want to change it to something
You got
different.
Shrout to say it. You have to resub. uh, JPA is unbeatable, yes, and no one else can win with Sneak and Show. That's the actual answer.
Nobody else is that deck dead now?
I mean, it doesn't perform very well, generally speaking, anymore.
That's fair.
I mean,
I respect the hell out of like one guy who just insists on playing a deck that used to be good but isn't anymore, just because they're like good with it.
would you say that describes you?
That was the joke, yes. even though it's been, even I don't play Storm anymore. But
Well, you don't really play that much Magic anymore.
true. If I ever did decide to like hop on and play some Modern, I would start by playing Storm, even though it's like a deck from the Stone Age at this point.
Oh, JPA top 8'd both the challenges this weekend with Sneak and Show. We're gonna start at 2. The prelim starts at 2, Fairy Conclave. We're just Shroud and I are shooting the shit until then. You know how it is.
Got time to kill. We're, like Magic Online has reverted back to the like events start every hour model, basically, instead of it just being all leagues all the time.
Akash says he lost a Modern Storm in the last PT you played. Oh, that sounds brutal. Because nice. I don't think in most modern PTs in recent history that Modern Storm was particularly good.
True.
Okay, Shroud, we'll see if someone played Storm recently. Just
someone. I mean, I guarantee you someone, because it's still cheap, right? It's still one of the cheapest decks in Modern. So
it's probably Caleb. Oh, it wasn't Caleb, but this is.
Oh,
Caleb.
That's right. Seth did play it. Seth Manfield, right?
What?
At the one that BBD top 8'd. I guess that's been a while at this point.
Oh,
right?
London.
Yeah.
Seth was playing Gift Storm.
I think I remember seeing that. Oh, the Team Pro Tour. Okay.
Oh, the Team PD? I guess it sort of beat KCI, which is the reason to play it.
True.
Of Remand,
Oh, yeah. That actually was one of the last times that I would have advocated to play it during the KCI.
You know what's funny? Caleb's sideboarding Boil in his Gift Storm deck.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's only 2 islands.
4 Riverglide Riverglide Pathway. That's a thing. I literally haven't thought about Storm since Riverglide Pathway was printed.
But there's also Saloon Division.
Well, that just doesn't sound good because it comes and play tapped.
But you can cast it as a spell, Shrout.
What's the land count? Oh, it's 18 lands and then 20 with the Saloon Divisions. Okay, that's acceptable. No, that's actually probably pretty good.
Okay, but what about Boil?
I mean, you got to beat these Oko like Euro horseshits somehow, right? I'm using the word horseshit very, very liberally for the rest of the stream because I was called out.
Also, this deck is 103 tickets. That is really cheap.
Yeah, I mean, the only expensive card was the Scalding Tarns, which Caleb doesn't even play. So, yeah.
Yeah, let's not discuss that anymore because I'm tired of that.
It's probably right, honestly, with these Riverglide Pathways now. Like, it used to be the reason not to do it was there weren't enough good dual lands, but now there are, so.
Also, some people play Lin and Arbiter, so you gain a little bit of points by not playing Scalding Tarn.
True. Man, Riverglide Pathway. I'm about to roll up my sleeve. I'm about to abandon the stream and just go play some Storm.
Yo, you can do that tonight. You can do that tonight.
All right.
We need you here, buddy. We need you here.
Fair enough.
You're probably gonna do it and then get your Pass and Flames Force negation, then quit on the spot.
Yeah, that's the other. That was what really made me hang up the Spurs.
See, Jacob has a good point. What if you just Blood Moon them instead and bought some Tarns?
That was how I approached it. Honestly, so, yes, good call.
I've missed talking to you, buddy, because you went into your Crusader King cave or whatever.
Yeah, that's literally what I've been doing.
I know we talked about that already.
The entire the COVID hibernation. That's how I spent my 2020 was discovering Crusader Kings 2, not 3, which came out like several months ago, but 2, which is a game from 2012.
It's kind of funny. You're just going way back in time by
Yep.
accident.
How many basic islands like are common in those modern Euro decks? I haven't looked at them. I don't know.
Uh, 1 to 2 depends.
Really?
They have a
These
lot
are
of dual lands and
these are
tri
cryptic
lands.
command decks, right? Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
but
it just
look,
seems.
let me show you. Okay, I think I still have a version on my account. I do. Okay, dual land, fetch land, dual land,
But those are
island,
painful.
dual,
This is
dual,
modern,
3 Mystic
Jarvis.
Sanctuary. But you know
Okay,
what?
yeah, that I get. But
Against the burn decks, you have 3 Uro, 4 Omnath, or some combination.
you know what? I'll be honest. I completely forgot that Euro gains life.
Well, now I'm reminding you.
Yeah, good point. Kind of forgot about that, but still, man, those are
You
painful.
forgot.
Like, I think you could play at least a second island, like a basic island.
This deck looks like it could use Rite of Flame, Maiden, Soothing Song. Why don't modern players ever to consider those? Shrout did play those back in the day,
I
so
did.
you
I
can't,
did.
you can't, you can't do that to him. You can't do him
I've
dirty
been
like that.
around, man. I was there. I seen it.
You also played Hive Mind Storm
Oh
at some
yeah,
point.
yeah. Can you? That's probably kind of hard to find actually
No,
because
it's not.
it
I'll
predates
get.
MTG Goldfish, so you're
Oh,
not gonna
then
find
yeah,
it on
okay.
Goldfish. But
Johnny Hot Sauce. Look, we can just click all the way back.
I'm telling you, these that you're looking for are actually earlier than MTG Goldfish. But yeah, the
Probably.
first modern.
No, because it has extended, and modern came after extended.
Yeah, well, yes, but those were. I'm telling you, you can look if you want, but oh, okay.
See, this is the hybrid deck that Shrout played with Rite of Flame, Seething Song, and Hive Mind.
Check out the Exarch and Splinter Twin,
I
just
know.
kind of like thrown in for good measure.
Just thrown in for good
Yeah,
measure.
I thought this was 2010 when I was playing this deck, but
No, it was 2011 because that's when that format
this
was
was this
announced
was
right
my
before.
this was
Yeah.
Baby's first modern deck. Back when literally everybody's modern deck was Baby's first modern deck because the format had only existed for like a week.
And you could play with all of the good cantrips.
Yeah, I mean this deck was busted as shit, but it wasn't actually the best thing you could be doing with those cards. But I just played it because it was fun.
I think you switched to Storm shortly after.
Only to get probe. Yeah. So the thing is, the format back then was like completely non-interactive. So the information from Get Probe wasn't actually that important. It was nice to be able to look at their hand and be like, okay, can they kill me next turn? But usually you just assume that they could. But it didn't really matter too much to be able to like check and see if they had it because there was no it for them to have in terms of like them stopping you from doing stuff.
This is some nonsense. This deck doesn't even look good by like modern standards.
Is this modern?
Yeah,
Is that a main deck lapse of certainty? What's
I
going
don't
on
know what's
there?
going on. All right, we got a
Why did
match,
I do that?
so
All right.
let's stop goofing. All right.
Reminiscing about decks I played 10 years ago is way more fun than actually playing Magic. Let's
Well,
be
yeah,
real.
we can do that between rounds, Shout.
Fair enough.
Looking for a Daze and an Arcanist. Okay, well, I don't really think I need the third land yet.
Look, Akash, just let me make my excuses, all right? Don't be calling me out like that.
uh, Andrew Short is right. Ugh.
I think we should not let this resolve.
I think I'm actually going to force it.
Force? Why wouldn't you think it's that important to cast
Well,
Empowerment
so
in?
the reason to force it is so I can play Arcanist next turn.
We don't have an Arcanist. We have the Empower. Oh,
There's
it's on
one.
top. It's on top.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, that checks out.
The counterpoint is that, well, there's a lot of issues with this plan, but I believe it's correct.
Yeah, it's not great. Also, what deck? Merfolk, I guess.
It's Merfolk or the Esper Vile deck.
Okay. I don't
It's
know what an
probably
Esper
Esper
Vile deck.
Vile
I don't know what
because
that
of the
is. So this
Delta.
is going to be real fun.
It's imagine if humans met Death and Taxes but had no Thalia's Lieutenants.
Okay. I mean, that sounds good because Dally's Lieutenant's like the worst card in humans. So
But Double Island makes me think Merfolk.
yep. So that's the
The
thing now with like some kind of combo, right? like a Thassa's Oracle
Yeah,
combo.
it has Thassa's Oracle. That's kind of annoying, actually.
And you better use it.
Well, I'll exile my land.
I mean, that just means that you don't get to use this ponder, and they have to blow their relic, which is fine, right? So
Yep.
go to combat.
Yep. And if they let me use it somehow, then I'm thrilled.
Yep.
Yo, we're getting a lot of follows. Everyone's here for El Shrouto, or it's 2 p.m. on a weekday and there's not much to watch on Twitch.
I'm the draw, man. Let's not get
Look,
ourselves
I'm,
here.
I'm just presenting many alternative theories.
Yeah, you at least considered that, yes, which was kind of you.
Oh, they're forcing my Pyromancer. I actually don't really care about that.
Yeah, this is actually kind of great.
And they pitch Paradigm Shift, so that means they have Thassa's Oracle.
All right.
Have you seen that card before?
Yeah, this card's old as shit. This card's been around. There used
But
to be
you're
a combo.
not old as shit.
This card, there was a combo in like standard with this card. I don't remember what it was, but
I'm skeptical. All right, how do I want to do this?
you probably.
I think I am gonna brainstorm first, and then
It's like super awkward if you don't
Yeah.
hit a way to shuffle, but actually the preordained works.
Okay, hear me out. Is it crazy to just play the Delver and attack and do the thing?
No, not at all. I want to put back Mandrills.
Yeah, Mandrill's in.
One of the cantrips, I guess.
Yeah, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because you're gonna brainstorm again when you attack.
Yep.
No, what flashy things exist? Is there any way that we get punished for attacking here?
They could have like Merfolk Trickster, but that doesn't really punish me. But they would have also used it to tap it. So I think I'm just gonna put these two back, play it over, and say go.
Yep.
Oh, actually, I should put back the Chain Lightning and keep my blue count high in case if they try to combo kill me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's vaguely better. It's not going to matter that much.
You can double force, yeah.
Shrout and I could play Storm at some point, like the Epic Storm, but not today.
There would be Team or Canadian Threshold.
Oh, we're getting peaked on, Shrout.
Have these people not heard of Gitaxian Pro?
It's banned.
That's beside the point.
Is that really beside the point?
Goddamn respect, man. I killed Jarvis. I didn't mean to do it, but
someone has to go to Shrout's house and arrest him for the murder of me.
Yep.
I'm literally a ghost right now. I've been stabbed by Shrout in Among Us.
Wasn't me.
But that's what an imposter would say.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, they would. Also, this person has a much more cantripy version of this deck than I'm used to.
Yeah, I think maybe this is not actually a Merfolk deck.
Right.
I think it is actually a more dedicated combo deck, right?
It could be like a hybridized like Breakfast Oracle deck, actually. That's
right.
Oracle.
Because those decks normally would play Chalice, right? So they wouldn't be playing Brainstorm.
Right, exactly.
Deep, so.
But I mean, it doesn't really change how we play it, I think.
Agree. We know Mandrills is on top, and we don't really want it.
I'm going to preordain off Trop.
Is that better than Pondering? Yeah, it is. It is.
It is because we bottomed the Mandrills, right?
Yeah. I mean, we could do it with Ponder too, but yeah, this is definitely better. We can just hold that, right?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just going to preordain again.
Yeah, just get in there.
Because, like, even a Daze or another Force of Will or something would be decent.
Oh, so, good.
Well, let's do some math. 4, 7, 10. Flashback is 13.
Is it not? Oh, we don't have... No, we have lethal, don't we? chain bolts, and then the 4 damage from the creatures. I mean, it's
Okay.
lethal next turn with our opponent.
No. Wait, oh, they're 10, 6. Okay, yeah, it is lethal.
I mean, counting 2 combat steps worth of damage, we may have lethal without it, but
Yeah. But this is fine too.
mm-hmm.
I can just say go and just EOT bolt, I think, is slightly safer.
That's what I want to do.
Their deck is really weird so far.
They've seen our goodies, Jarvis. They know our plan.
This is lethal through a blocker has been called by Matt McCullough.
That sounds right.
Okay. I didn't do any math whatsoever, but
I mean, I didn't either, obviously. But
oh, it is. It's because it's 6 from a bolt, 3 from a chain, and 1 from one of the creatures getting through, right? It's not Merfolk, is our suspicion. We think it's really just dedicated Thassa's Oracle.
Yeah, and that probably means they have more counters than normal. They probably have like more main deck relics.
I want Null Rod versus this person so far.
Yeah, that checks out.
I think the bolts are probably not that good, but all of the blasts are insanely good, so don't mind surgical actually, I think.
If we have space for it, which we probably do. Are we gonna try and cut all the bolts?
I'm gonna try to cut off the Okos, I think.
That every time you say that, I'm like, man, Oko's just a good card though.
But I do think the bolts are kind of bad too.
The bolts are, yeah. I mean, unless there's like some, like, are we gonna need to bolt their like Hull Breachers or something?
Oh, I want to side in Hull Breacher to cack their cantrips.
Right.
I think that actually does make sense, right?
Do you think this is a Court of Cunning matchup?
I don't think it's a Court of Cunning matchup. I think it's a Hull Breacher matchup because like they need to sculpt versus us, right?
Yeah. We could shave an Oko.
I could shave a Mandrills as well.
Yeah,
because they showed us a literal Relic of Virginis in their main deck.
Yep. Like, I like having at least 1 or 2 Okos just as, like, horseshit insurance.
So Return to Nature kills Aether Vial. Might kill, like, Thought Lash if they play that as well, if you know what that does.
I do.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're old as hell, too.
Yeah. I'm fine with Surgical. That's fine. Yeah.
I think Surgical might be good just to look at their hand in a counter war as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they took their ban and switched to Peak, and we took our ban and switched to Surgical Extraction. Same concept.
It's funny because I remember Phil Yam told me he only played 3 Gitaxian Probe in all of the Rug Delver decks he played during that format.
Look, man.
But most people played like 0, which was the crazy part, you know?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm keeping. I'm pitching Daze, I think. Well, actually, I could pitch Brainstorm.
No, I would pitch one of the cantrips.
Yeah. I'm going to pitch Brainstorm, actually. I changed my mind.
Okay.
Because I think Brainstorm's the worst one because we're going to have to use our fetch.
Right.
As well. Well.
And we just had one.
So had it.
Smart.
Street Wraith is the new Gitaxian Probe, says Ari Zax.
That checks out.
I'm going to just bottom.
Everything you want from Probe.
Bottom both.
Yep.
If I had a red source for sure, I would keep the Arcanus, obviously, but I don't. Nope.
Get out.
I don't think they have another land because otherwise that's like kind of a weird play.
They definitely would have, played the land before they cast the second vial.
Or are they going to shame play a land?
That kind of count. I mean, that, well.
No, because there's a real cost to that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I cut both of the
Mandrills? Yeah.
I did. Sweet.
Did we want to maybe shave a Dreadhorde Arcanist?
No, it's too good in the games where it's unchecked to do that, I think.
That makes sense.
I would agree with you if Arcanus weren't as messed up as it was. You know?
Yep.
I'm going to preordain.
Is that... okay.
Okay. Do I need a Ponder? I need a Volk for sure, but I don't think I need a Ponder.
I don't think you need a Ponder, no.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is not the same thing. Like, I mean, they could have played around Days, but it cost them a lot to do that, right?
No follow-up. All right, I feel good about this.
I think I'm gonna ponder first and see what happens. The one thing that's scary is if they have Hole Breacher. Well, I guess I can daze
So
it.
yeah, I would. Well, you can play the Valk. Like I know you're trying to ponder and
Yeah,
find
okay.
a
I think
cheese
it's
thing.
still correct because getting Hole
Yeah,
Breachered and then losing Counter War over it is actually pretty bad.
yeah.
Um,
Well, those are good.
are they?
I kind of want to get this Delver into play and try and do stuff. Is that crazy?
No,
Like,
they
is
only
that
have
it?
two cards. So I think I'm gonna put the Oko on bottom and draw the Delver and play it.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah,
that leaves us with just a daze for this turn, which is a little. I don't know. Like we could get
it's
combo,
fine. I think
right?
it's fine to do it this turn because if we wait another turn, it gets worse to do that sort of stuff. I think as well.
Right.
They're
I
really
guess
getting us with this relic, you know.
they have to play both their combo cards in the same turn, right? Or
Yep.
not exactly. They could more or less the same turn.
They can play. They can pre-play Thought Lash out.
That costs 4 though, doesn't it?
Sure does. But once it's
Okay,
in
I'm a little
play,
proud of myself for
what?
knowing how much that card costs without needing to look it
Oh, we
up.
didn't really get punished. They cast Peek and said go. So
Yeah, that went well for sure.
I think I'm just gonna attack and say go. Probably. I mean, I could brainstorm.
I don't like brainstorming. I don't think we need
Yeah,
to.
I don't think
I
I
mean,
need
it
to
would be
either.
really nice to get a third land in play so we can home reach, but like we know one card is not a. Yeah, I think it's fine to just
Yeah,
sit here.
their Thassa shift, which made it really easy to cut my hooting mandrels. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm just gonna fire it off end step. Is that crazy?
It's not crazy, but I wouldn't do it. I just don't think it's that urgent.
All right.
I'd do it now.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that was there, so the reason to
Yeah.
wait is to get past it. Okay.
Well.
That was not great, actually.
No, it wasn't. Because the cards we want to put back are not
Oko
spells.
Days. Yeah. I think I just put Oko.
I
Oh,
don't.
actually, I could put Reb. Oko Reb on top.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, you don't really. I don't really want to play this other Delver this turn either, though.
Well, then we're never going to play the Delver, right?
Oh, we can just play it next turn. I just don't want to. I would like. I don't want to not leave up Reb.
Okay. So in that case, I should put like Reb Delver on top and Reb underneath it.
Yeah, that works.
Yep.
It's weird having all these 3 drops with generic mana costs that Wasteland is an actual land.
That's why you can't really side out Wasteland in this deck anymore, if that makes sense.
Yep.
This person's really going to town on our graveyard.
Showing us.
So the real question is, do I play the Delver? Do I just leave a Pole Breacher? I think leaving a Pole Breacher might be better.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. 2 more viewers? Well,
What happens when we get 2 more viewers?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm for it, but
I mean, I'm here to get as many viewers as possible because I need like an average of 75 over the last 3 days for the Twitch thing.
That's what we're doing.
Oh, I do not care about that. That doesn't actually do anything.
Hopefully they'll crack one, and then we can hold reach it. That'd be kind of sweet.
They know about the Hole Breacher though, right?
I mean, yeah, but they might forget.
Tell all your friends. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm definitely casting this. I didn't come here not to cast my 3/2 flash.
And they still didn't crack a relic in response.
So I don't think I cast anything. Is there anything that could change? I don't think so. I think I just say go and don't cast anything.
Well, having an open tropical island doesn't actually help you, does it?
What if they have Flusterstorm?
Okay.
Like there's like on board it looks like it does nothing, but I think it might secretly do something. Is that crazy?
No, that's fair. No, that's enough for me.
Oh, opponent! Opponent! That's actually really good for us.
That is actually huge. Yeah.
Opponent, you didn't want to do that.
Remember when I was like, maybe they'll forget?
They did, in fact, forget. But the problem, the actual
they
issue
forgot
is
that it was on the board. Yeah,
it always gets it. It actually always gets it. There's no point where it doesn't get it.
Well, if it was on the stack, they could have done it.
Oh, sure. Okay.
They should have responded to the whole breacher by cracking one of them.
Wow. Okay. So that was a pretty easy one. I'm not gonna lie. That was easier than a lot of my victories lately.
But now back to our regularly scheduled reminiscing about decks Shrout played 10 years ago.
We can do that for a bit.
Not, I was joking.
Oh, but okay. Okay. Let's play a game. How would you build Storm at the moment? Let's just play that game.
I would need to think about that and do research and stuff.
But you know what we can do?
What we're talking about Modern Storm?
Yeah. Legacy Storm, I have it on good authority how it should be built from other people.
Okay.
River Glide Pathway. Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Oh, I already have 2 from drafting, I guess. Pure is dead?
What does that mean? Like Peer Through Depths? Peer Through Depths died in like 2008, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, Shrout, important question. What is your favorite Shivan Reef?
Apocalypse.
Thank you. You have some taste. Sort of. I've seen some of your questionable card decisions.
I mean, they look nice. I don't know what to tell you.
All right.
I don't dislike the whiteboard ones either, but
what's your favorite island?
Mirage. I'm sorry. It's the Mirage art, but it's 6th edition, which is not on Moto. So on Moto, I use the Mirage ones.
But let's find the Mirage one you like, actually.
All right.
Because why not? Shoot, there's so many sets. I forgot. Magic has been... And in fact, MTGO has mostly caught up to all of the IRL cards. There's like a few that aren't...
The ones that they don't have don't.
Is it this one?
That one, yeah. The first one you highlighted. This is objectively the best island art.
Objectively.
Objectively.
All right. What's your favorite mountain, and is it from Mirage?
Oh, also Mirage, yeah. It's the farthest one.
This one?
Yep.
Is this the one that makes you go pew pew?
They all make me go pew pew, Jarvis. Come on. That's the one that I appear the classiest when I make it go pew pew.
I assume we have to play Spirebluff Canal still, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But I also, it is not in Mirage, so I probably have to reset that.
That seems sus. What, my basic land choices? Well,
look, Shrout is nice enough that we'll give him a pass on questionable decisions.
I'm gonna allow you to be wrong without haranguing you about it because you're a fellow Kentuckian.
We don't know that person's actually from Kentucky, for what it's worth.
I thought they said that, didn't they? Did I? All right, maybe I just assumed that was what they were implying.
Oh, someone joined just to say Mirage Spirebluff Canal is the dream. I assume we have to play all like the mediocre cantrips still, right?
So Matt McCullough said that Riverglide Pathway doesn't seem good, and I don't agree with that. I actually think Riverglide Pathway sounds great. What you actually want most of your lands to produce blue. That's all that really matters. You just need one that produces red. As long as you have one that produces red, like it's rare that you need multiple red sources in one turn until like fairly late in the game. So I think like having a land that like is completely uncomplicated, like just put it down and it works to cast Serum Visions on turn 1, but then also can be an uncomplicated put it down on turn 2 to like play Goblin Electromancer or whatever.
There's so many printings of Goblin Electromancer now, which is kind of weird. Dual decks. Is it versus Golgari? RTR?
Wait, what are you talking about?
How many printings of Electromancer there are now?
Modern
Master 2017 and Guilds of Ravnica. Oh, I forgot they reprinted Guilds of Ravnica. That's why.
That was the original printing, wasn't it?
No. Yes. No, Return to Ravnica was. Damn it, you confused me, Shrout. Return to Ravnica was before Guilds.
Oh, Guilds of Ravnica is the one from like last year.
Yeah,
right? 2 years ago or however long ago. Okay, yeah.
All right. I'm trying to see if I can remember this deck without looking at a deck list, which is not that hard actually. I think.
Yeah.
Because the engine is Past in Flames, and you play Gifts Ungiven to find the engine, and you have to have a critical number of rituals, and you have to have like 2 grape shot. So there's not a lot of space left over.
I like how you've just jammed 4 of everything, and then we're gonna trim from there. I respect that.
Oh yeah, because that's the easier way to build a deck.
Yeah, that's how you build decks. But then me having said that, you only put two grape shots in when I might very well want 3.
Look,
I'm probably gonna be fine with 2, but
yeah. All right. Oh no, not that one. I'm supposed to shave the other one. Brawl's great.
Brawl great.
Brawl great. Other one you play because it's a backup. Rest in Pepperoni, my old collection. Why Rest in Pepperoni, my old collection?
Just because you don't have it anymore?
I don't know. It's like literally around me right here, so I don't know what's going on.
I think you mean they mean your Moto collection.
Oh,
you used to just have literally everything on Moto, right?
I did a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's funny that you play. I did used to have every card, but then they made it so that there wasn't a huge reason for me to own every card, especially with the arrival of bots that would do that. All right, Past in Flames.
Yeah, Ari, I used to think that was the thing. Like when I first saw these decks, I was like, it's weird that they're all playing 4 Brawl when like you could get multiples in play, and it's just I don't know. That just seems weird. But
then when you played with it, you realized it was
yeah.
correct.
You started playing with it more. One, you realized that the 3rd point of toughness matters a lot against things like Collector Brutality, Golden's Command, things like that. And then 2, the trigger with Brawl off of Remand is relevant. So Brawl is just definitely the better one. I would much rather if you get to pick which one you want to play, it's always the Brawl. Yeah, so the Solemnity Vision thing, I don't know what to make of that. It's probably good.
I don't know either. It's weird, right?
Yeah, there's a couple interesting points here. It could easily replace Opt. I don't think you need all 4 Opts. The other kind of sticking point is when we're talking about being the anti-boilist, we don't want all 3 islands. We may not want even the 2nd basic island, but you probably what other dual lands?
Spire Bluff, Shivan Reef, River Glide, Pathway, Cascade Bluffs. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Maybe those are the ones you play. I mean, tap lands are bad for sure. Like I would never play fewer than 18 untapped lands. The visions are spells. They just have this weird backup mode where you can play them as a land if you absolutely have to.
All right, I've been talked into a 3rd grape shot. Really, we're building this so I can make Shrout go play this later and report back to me if this deck is good or not.
Fair enough. Fiery Islet. Yeah, that's the one we're missing.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That card's great anyways. Like, just great card.
Yeah. Well, having that many pain lands is sort of a problem, but...
Blue-black Canopy land when? Never. What did we beat in round 1? We played against Mono Blue Thassa's Oracle, like with Relic of Progenitus and Aether Vial. And we beat it in like 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, we beat it pretty quickly. I might consider playing 1 Scalding Tarn instead of the 3rd copy of Fiery Islet, by the way.
It is a Rug Delver stream. In fact, you can see my record, you can see the deck list, you can see the non-existent song playing. Yeah. Shrout has won a Legacy Open with Blue Red Delver. Don't you disrespect him, Min.
Who disrespected me? What happened here? Oh, I see. That wasn't disrespect. That was respect.
No, it was disrespect.
No, it wasn't. You don't understand.
I understand everything.
Main deck empty over 3rd grape shot. I can see that. Are these Euro decks that are running rampant in Modern right now? Are they main deck explosives decks?
The what decks?
Like the Euro.
No, they don't. They actually generally do not have a main deck sweeper.
Okay, in that case, yeah, that sounds right. Then to have a main deck empty. So here's the thing. I never played 2 Remands. I have begrudgingly played 3, and I frequently played 4. Back when I was playing this deck, and it's like a really polarized card. But my philosophy generally was if Remand isn't good in the metagame, you should just not be playing this archetype at all.
Rand's pretty good actually right now. I think is the actual
Yeah, I was kind
reality.
of thinking Remand is actually probably pretty good in the real meta. So
Also, like you need Remand for like Teferi 3 and shit like that. It's just
right,
I mean, I think there's too many issues if you don't play Remand.
it probably also helps in force of negation matchups. Like you probably have to remand your own spells a lot. Honestly,
You
that's
know, not to pull from other memes, but Shrout says what's stock in Modern Storm or used to.
that's not really true.
I know
I
I was meming.
Caleb Shearer is the guy who says what's stock in Modern Storm. He has been. He has had that distinction for a very very long time now.
Remember when it was Finkel?
I mean, yeah, that was goofy because like Finkel. I mean, obviously he's a very good player, but like he's not a deck builder.
No.
I think
In
even he
fact,
would tell you
Finkel would
that.
admit that. Think
Yeah,
Finkel would say that he will let other people tune his decks and he'll just show up and play them.
he's also one of those dudes that like you can't really trust him when he tells you that like a deck is good because he's so fucking good that like he will warp your results and like have success with whatever you hand him. So
There were several people like that in
yeah,
testing groups. Eugene
yeah,
Harvey was
yeah.
notorious for that.
Seth Manfield is also the
Yes,
kind of famous for that.
Seth also famous for that as well. All right, let's go back and I guess I'll look at the sharer list again and decide what else
I
would
don't
go
even
in
know who
this.
Ben Breslow is. I'm way out the loop.
I also do not know who that is. Repeal, hate it.
Yeah, I'm a little skeptical of that, but
Ignite memories?
sure. Or is Tron popular?
Not really.
If Primeval Titan is popular, that might be a thing.
This is not good versus a lot of the Titan decks, I think. Yeah, I would not do it.
I've registered it. It's usually not worth it because like the decks where it's good are actually good matchups anyway. But yeah, you don't need it, but it's a thing you can do.
Says Gigantha, where's my big elk? I don't think that sounds very good in this deck either.
You know what? I haven't even thought about Storm since Gigantha was printed. Uh, it's probably fine. I don't know.
Mystical Dispute seems pretty good actually, I'm not gonna lie.
That it does. And we're not. Oh yeah, we don't have fetch lands, so we're definitely not a Veil of Summer deck.
Right.
We can't do the Veil thing.
I guess we can play Boil. The question is which Boil do you want to play? Which art?
Uh, what the hell is that? Get it out. Get it out of my sight.
I literally clicked on that one to show you.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I would just pick
The Tempest Boil
one. Yeah.
is yeah.
But I would like to note that this has identical art. It just is white bordered.
Yeah. It's only white bordered basic lands that I like. I'm not like a huge advocate of white bordered spells.
Oh, you just like the white border basics because they're real fast to fetch.
Well, I mean that I genuinely think they look better. Don't get me wrong, but
Oh, dude, don't. Why are you digging yourself into a hole?
what are you talking about? I'm just stating my preferences. You're the one being all judgy.
I am being judgy because I'm right.
Am I not allowed to have preferences, Jarvis?
Monkeys Can't Cry says I like Boiling Seas art more enough that it's worth the sorcery downgrade.
Is
Oh,
Boiling Seas modern legal?
yeah, it's an eighth.
Boiling Seas is?
Oh no, it's a ninth. It's a ninth.
Boil? Yeah, I thought Boil was in Asia.
No, Boiling Seas is a ninth. That's
okay.
that's what I meant to say.
I didn't know that.
I did. I've played this card in Legacy because I had a Burning Wish deck.
Nice. Yeah.
Because then it's an obvious, like, maybe you want to do that, you know?
Yeah. You can gifts for Boil and Boiling Seas.
Ooh!
You're allowed to have preferences if they're correct. Man. Well, luckily mine are, so that covers it. Thanks for clearing.
Wow. Ross is here to pass judgment on you, Shrout.
I know, I caught that. So we're definitely still playing all 4 bolts, I think. Like this is
Caleb has 3 bolts and 1 flame slash.
Well, he might know something I don't. In fact, he almost certainly does. But like, The reasons you would do that, you can diversify for meddling mage purposes, which he also
There's
has an abrade, mind you.
I
And
don't
then
mind the braid.
yeah, the abrade seems good. And then you would also do that if there was some 4 toughness creature you cared about, which is there.
Omnath
You're the one who needs to tell me that. So
technically Omnath. I don't know if that's how that match will actually play out though.
I really can't imagine boarding in like if they cast Omnath, you need to kill them the turn they cast it, and if they don't do that, the game's already over. So
second empty shenanigan. What?
he has a dismember as well, so there must be something. Is that like
It's probably Omnath then.
I have a lot of rhetoric. Is that a popular card? I guess there's
not really, but it doesn't cost you that much to play answers to that.
Are the white based creature combos still popular?
Yeah, people play Heliod Company all the time now.
And those decks probably have Eidolon, right?
Hmm.
Played in the green white reclaimer deck. Okay.
No, they actually often have Ranger Captain Vios, which does the same thing, except not.
Except you can bolt it, so you don't need to.
Oh, there's no pieces of the puzzle in this deck. I just realized that.
So they're probably thinking that Saloon Division is filling that role. I don't really feel like it does, but
they're different cards.
They are very different cards. So yeah, I'm a little skeptical of that, but I don't know. Yeah, they do have Arya still, right?
No.
Okay, so
0 Arya in this deck, but
so instead they just have like an Ignite Memories and then a lot of spot removal.
This person has 2 pieces, 1 Arya, 2 White Leyline, Blood Moons. They have Blood Moons and no fetch lands. What the hell? This seems real sus.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, we'll not play Arya Flame out of respect for you, but we're also only building it just for Shrout to look at and say what he would do.
What's your beef with Arya Flame? Is there
he only plays Shadow. That's his beef with Arya Flame.
Okay. I don't know, man. I mean, Arya Flame is a fine card against Shadow, but it's not like I don't know. I don't know about that, man. Let's put some Arya Flames in there. I'm not gonna be bullied.
Shrout refuses to be bullied by people in chat.
Exactly.
Ban Arya Flame, ban Grove of the Renlows. Okay, then we'll ban Death Shadow too. This version's 83 tickets. Wow.
Nice.
It really is a budget deck.
Yeah, it definitely. They have mana leaks in their board too. That's kind of wild.
I do not believe that's a good idea.
Okay, so the stuff that back when I last played this deck, the features of my sideboard that were a little non-standard, that basically the stuff I played that Caleb sure didn't, were I played some number of negates, 1 or 2 usually, which I have no idea if that would still be good or not.
Don't think so. I think you'd rather just have this card. Yeah.
And then I usually played a Vandal Blast.
But I don't think you need that whatsoever anymore.
This was actually I literally haven't played this deck since they banned Chrome Mox Mox Opal. So
well, Chrome Mox was banned since the beginning, but
yeah, that's true. I have definitely played this deck since they banned Chrome Mox. I also never played a Shenanigans. And the reason I didn't is because I almost always board out Gifts Ungiven. Like it just doesn't seem good in post board games. Right. It's not that exciting. But I don't know. I was like my artifact removal suite was 1 Abrade and 1 Vandal Blast, and I frequently, it was actually only in very specific matchups that I brought in the Vandal Blast.
Only 2 matches left with 36 minutes. That's kind of nice.
I do hate fun. It's true. Although I do actually like the word Shenanigans. It's just fun to say.
Oh, ramp. I just drew all 3 of my Force of Vigor in a row after my opponent got Mycosynthelatus and Karn in play. That's sad. Because if you draw Force of Vigor with Lattice on the stack, with Karn in play, you can float 4 and destroy both. I assume you had 4 mana, Jacob. Or just kill the bridge / Chouse. Oh, I see. There were more things going on. I see.
So what do we cut one of the Saloon divisions?
Yeah, I don't think 2 is. Well, I mean, I don't know. I have not played this deck, and I think probably the last time I played this deck was when we played it.
Yeah, I think we may not need the fourth remand because it's like it's a fine card against the blue decks, but it's also not one that you can like sit on turn 2 and reliably use the way you can in like other matchups where remand is good. So like playing 4 of them is a little awkward. But I don't know. I'm not sure what you would fill in. And again, a lot of the stuff, a lot of what's going on the sideboard, I just would need to have some clue about what modern looks like to even have opinion.
Well, I can show you what modern looks like by looking at the Goldfish homepage. It will give you an idea. Obviously, the exact numbers are not that relevant, you know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I know that
Uropile,
yeah, I
Red
know
Black
those decks are
Shadow.
the most popular.
What's
Right.
that?
Yeah, I know the Euro decks are the most popular deck. I hadn't really kept up with what Death Shadow looks like these days.
Uh,
We wrap.
Depends. They're more aggressive now.
Okay, that probably means they're worse against Storm, so that's cool.
I mean they're pretty good for Storm still.
They don't have what was the card called? The Force Spike thing.
Stubborn now.
Yeah, losing Stubborn Denial is a huge blow for them, right? Because I mean, they still have as much discard as they always had, so they haven't gained anything except like a little bit more of a clock.
This is a really fast clock though.
It's just another Death Shadow, right? Like it's no
Mm,
faster than Death
it
Shadow.
can kill faster actually sometimes, but
All right,
like suppose you're both at 12. This is an 8/8.
true. Also, they have to tap out for it most of the time.
Sure. But this is red black. They're gonna tap out every turn versus you anyways, except to maybe to leave up a rule spell, right?
True, true. I don't know. I'd have to obviously after I played some games in the matchup, I might feel differently, but my gut just from looking at that list is I would rather play against that than against like Grixis Death Shadow from 3 years ago.
Probably true. And here's this deck, which they have one Eidolon of Rhetoric, two Damping Sphere.
They have Latimer's Call too, right? I mean, they have some number of
Yeah,
tutors.
they have two Elodomri's Call.
Yeah. So like Eidolon Rhetoric is gonna show up.
Yep. The empty plan is not very good versus this deck, by the way.
Nope. The empty plan is probably not like a real showstopper against anybody anymore.
Then why do people play it main deck?
Well, just because it's not a showstopper doesn't mean it's not good.
Hmm.
But like the Euro
Let's
decks
see.
could beat it with like looping cryptic commands probably. I guess that's their plan. That's why they don't have a sweeper.
Empty is good versus Reclaimer.
I can
Oh,
see that.
so that would be this deck. It's good against.
So this is basically
It's a dirtily deck.
it's just it's what the Primeval Titan looks like these
Yeah.
days, right? Empty has historically not been good against Primeval Titan decks, so I don't know about that, but
Isn't a fat empty the only way to beat Infinite Life? I mean, technically speaking, Storm cannot beat Infinite Life in this format, right?
yeah, correct. It cannot.
I mean, at one point in Storm's history, it could because you could get Ascension going and Thought Scour your opponent out, but that was really hard.
Yep.
Mondo tried to do that to me round 4 of Pro Tour Oath of the Gatewatch, and instead I just killed him on my next turn while he tried to deck me.
You can do it. I mean, it was yeah. You had to like
No, the problem was he charged up his Ascensions too late in the process. Like he was already through like half of his deck.
right. Yeah, you can't choose not to draw the card off of the Thought Scours, and you need to resolve several of them. So you have to be careful about using too many cantrips before you get all your Ascensions online.
Yeah, I don't think Storm realistically can beat Infinite Life in this
No.
format.
Well, it definitely can't in like
Yeah,
theory.
but even in the
Right.
MTGO sense, I don't think it can
Right.
either.
Yeah.
That was just what I'm
It
saying.
really can't. You can no, yeah, the gifts versions you really can't. The upper bound on how much damage you can do with Grape Shot is like 80 to 100 maybe. And that's a real ask. Like you'd have to have naturally drawn a Grape Shot and then like remand it several times. Is probably how you'd have to do it.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
also, yeah,
if you wanted to beat Infinite Life, you obviously could, but it's not worth it. I think, generally speaking.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the old Ascension versions, I've grape shotted for like 200, and not
Well,
that hasn't been hard,
right.
but yeah, with this version, yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, Infinite Life is like not trivial for them to do, right? Like obviously, it's what the
It's
deck is
not.
designed to do.
And also they really have to pick a number. That's the issue. Which is why if you empty for a bunch versus them after you take their spike feeder off the board, then of course you can like possibly kill them with like a big empty, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, you can break up their combo at any time with a bolt, right? Like mid
Yep.
combo. So,
Unless if they have Burt and Forge Tender in play, obviously,
well,
or
sure,
something
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
that. But
Well, so in that case, you can. I mean, as long, yeah, you can just grape shot them for whatever their life total is, and then I don't know. I don't think it's actually that hard to kill them unless they gain like triple digit life, which is a huge thing.
they'll time out trying
But
to gain
yeah,
triple
exactly. Yeah,
digit
they
life,
probably won't
probably.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why testing that deck on MTGO before Pro Tour Oath of the Gatewatch was a real annoyance. Except I won all my matches without gaining infinite life while testing that deck, so I concluded the deck must just be busted.
Yep.
Which I think is not an unreasonable, you know, conclusion to arrive at, right?
Yeah, I many of like that style of deck over the years, I've just like refused to even try because my general approach to like learning a format or a deck is just spam moto. And
I
if you
see.
can't do that
Spam it.
conveniently, then I just like the deck might be the best deck, but I'm not going to play it. So I
Wait, where
cut
did
that
the deck
option off.
go?
You broke it, Jarvis. It was modern, right? What deck are you looking for? The rug deck?
The storm deck. Oh, I put it in standard. Why would it let me put it in standard?
To
Okay.
weird.
Nah, there should be one echoing truth or something probably. I don't know. I was just shooting out ideas.
I genuinely don't know better at this point. I used to not play a bounce spell because I just felt comfortable. Like all the permanents that you needed to beat, that you needed a bounce spell to beat, I felt comfortable with some other way of beating them, like usually empty the warrens. But again, it's been a couple years since I've really paid much attention, so
Rodney,
I
are
would have
there
to.
what
Yeah.
matchup do they have both the damping sphere and I don't want a rhetoric. I guess the white green Heliod deck? I guess if that's the case, then probably do need it. But that's just such. It's kind of awkward too in a lot of ways, right?
I mean, you like generally you try and beat damping truth or sorry damping sphere decks by like killing them somehow before they get damping sphere in play. Which empty is very good for that. So that's like empty is a substitute for actually killing them. So I guess if those decks are heavy damping sphere decks, that would make some sense as to why empty would be good there.
All right, we're gonna have a match soon. We spent all that time talking about Modern Storm, and we still did not come up with a version we're that happy with.
I mean, I'm not gonna be happy necessarily with any version because I would have to just like play some games and mess around
You
before I
still
like.
own this deck, right?
No, I don't think. I definitely don't own Riverglide Pathways. I might actually. Now that I think about it, I drafted this.
This card might be like 50 cents.
It probably is. Nope, it's $0 and break the bot cents.
It did break the bot. That was weird. How did it break the bot to that? I'm gonna see
Prob-
what this card
Probably
is
because
worth.
is it actually Lava Glide Pathway on the front? That's probably why.
No, it's
Is
River
your
Guide Pathway because that's what it showed up as in the editor.
okay? Yeah, all right.
The answer is 1.71 tickets. Wow, breaking the bank.
4, no, even more. That's like $6, Jarvis. That's too many.
Is it?
Too many dollars. Too many.
I believe if we went to your MTGO account, you could afford it.
I could, yeah, I could, but
All right, I'm keeping.
I mean, I do the same thing you did. Like I don't keep cards on my account.
Oh yeah, you also sold out and moved to rental, except you didn't get a free rental.
Yep. And I have lapsed my.
Yeah, but you can always restart it. All right.
I could restart it, but yeah.
keeping this brainstorm in case I need to pitch it, but I mean, this is just a pretty good hand, regardless. Burn or like Chalice Moonstompy bullshit?
Either way.
Oh, it's burn.
Oh wait, actually, don't daze that.
I'm not dazing it. Don't
yeah,
worry.
I expected it to be like a goblin guy or something, but welp.
I want to find a threat.
I mean, Oko seems unbeatable.
It is, but we need to do stuff before that. Also, actually, I might just say go and daze their item.
Yeah, I want to daze their spell, so that's what I want to do.
Yeah. Oh, my top card is another brainstorm. I might just brainstorm end step, actually.
I was going to say, if they don't give us something good to daze, I don't mind just casting brainstorm. But they did give us something good to daze, so
I'm so happy to use that here.
Yep.
And now we just go into a life gain mobile, right?
Yeah, I don't know what burn looks like these days. Like,
I think almost all versions of the deck cannot beat this in play.
Would they? Is the format in a place where they might main deck Rebs or anything like that?
If they do, who the fuck cares?
True. Yeah.
Like, why would I care?
True.
And look at this. Okay, that resolves.
And then we get to 2 for 1.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
I guess 2 for 2 with our Force of Will. So
I mean, I'm so happy with that, aren't you?
Yep. This is excellent.
Bottom both. These are shit. That's good. Now I think I just say go.
Yeah, we can just sit on this.
Yep, exactly. If we just gain 3 every turn, how do they ever win? I mean, if they get a Sulfuric Vortex, maybe.
Burn in this economy.
I think that's fine. I think I should just gain 3, untap, and see what I draw.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna bolt it, then cast a cantrip.
I'm fine with that.
The way I think I actually could lose is Price of Progress, I think. So
I mean, we're never going to tap this Wasteland again, so...
Yeah, I agree.
We're pretty well insulated from that, too.
I feel like they're conceding. It looks like a concession.
Mm-hmm.
So, for what it's worth, this is the matchup I lost in top 8 of Grand Prix Atlanta, Rug versus Burn, but I did not have Oko in my deck, which I think is a significant difference.
Well, that just sounds like a mistake. Seems like
it hadn't been printed yet, you jackass.
That's not the point. It's beside the point, man.
That is totally the point. What are you talking? Oh my god. All right. I'm getting rid of these young Pyromancers. I don't think that's what the matchup is about, really.
Sounds good to me.
I think I want, like...
Snack's probably fine, but like not anything
I might
exciting.
side this in instead, although it's kind of bad too.
I don't know what Burn does in this matchup post board.
I'm gonna side this in. I think
obviously it can deal with Eidolon.
This is kind of bad, but I don't think I'm allowed to side it out either.
Yeah, I agree.
Actually, maybe okay, hold on. I think I might just do this actually and just keep the threat count high.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah, like the other part of this is like if I just draw a chain and they're like flooded, I can never cast it. Is the other issue. This is actually an all-star in this matchup because it gains us life.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Why does it do all these things? Who can say?
Because it's a card that was printed.
Actually, what I could do is shave 1 preordain for the chain as well.
I'm not sure that's better, actually, but
yeah.
No, chain. You probably need chain, actually.
I mean, just to kill a creature.
Yeah, like honestly, if you draw a chain after the first 2 turns, like just brainstorm it away. But
yeah, Clothis is just so good in so many matchups, but I don't like playing multiple copies of it anymore because I think it has a lot of overlap with Court of Cunning, and I don't realistically how many 3-drops are you able to play? Yeah. Well, I have Oko and a blue card and a bolt, so I'm keeping.
I think you're gonna be okay this game.
Yep.
Honestly, Ben, that it may just because I'm an old fart at this point, but it randomly gets more text every time I read it. That's how I feel about every fucking card in Magic at this point. It maybe again might be because I'm old, but it also might just be because Magic's gone off the deep end. I'm not really sure. I think
It's
it's probably
both.
both, actually. Yeah.
That's fine. So they know there's a bolt in my hands, or they actually shouldn't attack, I think.
But that's not going to stop them. Oh, it did. Well played.
I mean, we're priced into bolting no matter what, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we drew a blue card to pitch. So I'm just going to play Pyro off Wasteland Pyro.
I
Or
like it. I like it.
This is this is really just a one card matchup. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Okay. Yep.
Got us. So
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking too. Right.
yeah, I want to just bolt it instead of
Yeah, I
playing
think
it.
Bolt play Delver might be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually might not play the Delver.
Oh, and just hold it to pitch.
Yeah.
That's reasonable too. So you all might be wondering why we're doing that. I think there's actually a reasonable chance they have Reb in their hand on exactly this turn as well.
That and I don't like this would give them a really good place to use Reb, which is annoying.
Yeah, I know.
But all because obviously we would just trade Reb with the Force if they
Yep.
had it. But the other concern is I kind of don't want to like jam Oko and then like take damage from our forces for the turn.
Well, I wouldn't take damage from this one, which is nice. Well, I would take 2 from that.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like you'd rather just get the.
So the concern is multiple Firecrafts, but they would need to spend 2 turns doing that. I think I'm okay to let that resolve.
Do we care about multiple Firecrafts? We're gonna get Oko going.
Well, yeah, no. I'm considering what happens if like there's a nightmare scenario, but I don't think that can actually happen.
Right.
That's what I was thinking about. All right, I'm jamming Oko now, and I'm pretty thrilled about it, to be honest. All right, so the real question is, do we fight over this?
And okay, so what happens if we don't? Like, or sorry, what? Like, let's say we fight over it and then our shields are down.
Price of progress is pretty scary.
They could have like 3-ball price of progress, and then we're dead to that. Is the concern? I think we're kind of dead to that kind of thing anyway. If we don't gain some life, does that feel right to you?
I think maybe I should have just played Arcanus this turn. I didn't even think about it in retrospect. Our clock's really slow. I would have to take 1 from my foul as well.
Oh yeah, we can't use force, can we? Negation. I want to fight over this Oko. I want to try and keep this Oko.
So then I should pitch Delver, I think.
Yes. Yeah, and then we're a little vulnerable for a turn.
Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate. Okay, I'm fine with that.
That was another thing that I thought was sort of likely too.
Yeah, but all of that actually made me think I should have played Arcanus that turn, to be quite fair.
True.
Okay.
Cool. If the last card is pop, we're dead. But other than that, we're probably fine. Yeah, so now we're in this weird spot where we would rather just sit on Force of Negation. Like leave it up and then play Arcanist, right?
4, 4, 4. I'm wondering if I'm allowed to take 1 risk. I think I am, because I can waste myself off of Price of Progress, right?
Yeah, okay.
And we know their last card is probably not Burn Spell because they would have cast it right there.
True. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm not playing this land.
Yeah, and this does increase the clock by a turn, right? So
yeah, because we bolt them twice.
Yeah.
Okay, can't do anything about that anyways.
Are they dead to that? Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Who's the real burn deck now?
He all had it.
I also wonder if they would have won if they hadn't drawn 2 Rebs.
Well, no, because we would
No,
have had an
okay,
Oko.
fair.
So
That's fair.
yeah.
Well, that was a nice, easy
if
win again. Although
maybe
that
if
one was stressful.
instead of drawing Rebs, they had drawn Price of Progresses, or
All right.
a lot of damage.
That match lasted 10 minutes again.
Yep. Yep. This is why, by the way, like most folks weren't around back during this period, but like on Moto, circa like 2009 to 2013 ish. The tournaments were all daily events, which were 4 rounds, which is almost exactly the same structure as these. And if you wanted to grind back then, you had to play like 3 and 4 of them at once. Like join the one at 2 o'clock, and then join the one at 2:30, and then join the one at 3.
And in fact, we can prove that Shrout was there for that by looking at his history, because there will just be a period where there's like 7 different results on the same day.
Right, yeah. And like people would always see those and be like, dude, you're triple queuing? That seems really stressful. I'm like, no, dude, you just don't start your first, like when your match starts, you just ignore it until you finish the other one. That way you use all this downtime.
Yeah, like this one. Wait, this is 4 block constructed dailies in a row? What the hell?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I remember. You love this deck.
This deck is just chef's kiss right there.
It's just mono white mythics.
Check out Tumble Magnet just hanging out.
I know. 1 in the sideboard, 3 in the main.
I mean, I think it was a good card in the format.
It was
like,
actually.
Sword of Feast and Famine was a really common card. Obviously, the deck had Sunblast Angel. So.
And then you got bored, and then you switched to this.
Yeah, oh yeah. If you're gonna grind back then, you like, and now too, like picking one deck and playing just that deck. It's good advice if you want to like learn to play a deck well, but it's
then
bad
you
advice
get bored of shit
for your sanity. Yeah, you need to just try shit.
Oh man, this deck looks sweet.
Is this not what Pauper decks look like anymore?
No, hell no.
I figured this deck would, like, if any Pauper deck was still a thing, this would be one of them.
No, the Pauper decks are way too good now. I'll show you the difference.
I mean, just like pile of 2-for-1 grindy shit, that's gonna be Pauper from
well, yes, but the problem is the Tron lands are so good now because of shit like this.
What the fuck is that card?
I'll let you read it, and it's some real nonsense.
Where did it? What set was that?
This is Commander 20.
Oh, those are in Pauper?
It's a common.
Okay.
This card was like 30 tickets at one point. How much is it now? 4 of them is 39.40 tickets.
That's funny. This card doesn't even seem that good, honestly.
It's pretty good. I mean, like,
fine,
it fits your... I mean, look at the color requirements in this deck. 3 in a white, 4 in a blue, 4 blue in a black, red, X-red, red.
Sure, yeah, no, I get it. It's okay.
And it has your favorite card, Prophetic Prism, so get the fuck off
That's
your
my
high
favorite
horse.
card?
Yeah. Should I pull up that deck again?
Whatever. I top 8 at a Pro Tour with that card.
And look at the sideboard Mournwelk.
See, grindy creatures that come into play and have abilities and make you discard cards.
There are barely any creatures.
Still a strategy.
This is a very different deck from this one. Come on, get off your high horse.
I know.
This is really a Ghostly Flicker deck at its heart.
Mm-hmm. Are there any common Monarch cards? Someone's talking about.
Yes, there's multiple. There's Thorn of the Black Rose. What's the way? And Palace Sentinels.
Oh, Palace Sentinels was a common?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember Palace Sentinels.
And there's a bunch. Oh, no, that's Throne Warden. Whoops. Wait. This is the right one. Palace Sentinels. And there's a bunch in the new set, Commander Legends. There's Fall from Favor. Yeah. Fall from Favor is real nonsense. I'll show you this one real quick.
Pauper seems unfixable. I believe that. Like, it's not really a format that they are conscious of when they like choose to put common rarity symbols on cards in supplemental sets, it seems like.
This is some real nonsense.
So this is just
Dehydration Monarch.
Okay. I mean, you could lose the monarchy,
You
right?
could.
In theory, that's probably a thing.
I've seen screenshots of like 7 of these in play on both sides. Yeah, they were
Yeah,
very aware.
it's a really annoying mechanic. Honestly, I wish they hadn't done it, but I get that it's probably a lot of fun in multiplayer, so I understand. I get why they do it, but
Is it?
I don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't play multiplayer, but like it
I
probably
don't
is.
either. What's up, Cook the Fourth? We are 2-0 in this prelim. There's 2 more rounds, but Shroud and I are just shooting the shit between rounds.
Yep.
We're looking at his old decks and talking about how they're really not good anymore, which is sad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do think this deck is sweet. I would enjoy playing this deck, you know.
There's still. I mean, when you were pulled up the metagame stuff in Pauper, like
Oh.
obviously Tron was the most played deck, but then the second most played deck was like a mono blue like Spellstutter Sprite deck, right?
Let's look real quick.
Oh, blue red. Okay, sure. Well, this is basically that deck. Well, it's
Whoa,
not.
it has 3 fall from favor.
Okay. Yeah, this deck is honestly not that far removed from like shit that was seeing play in Pauper.
I agree. The like X blue X Delver or blue
Yeah.
X like small creatures. This deck actually cut Delver.
Did they ban Days?
Yeah.
Okay.
And for a brief while, you could play with Thwart and Gush,
Just
both as
decks are
commons.
girl to try to have any new ones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super nonsense. You agree with that, right?
What part?
Gush plus Thwart being both commons.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but well, those. I mean, yeah, those were bad ideas when they printed them the first
Wow.
time.
This deck looks
gas.
so bad now.
No, dude, you don't get it. This
No,
deck,
but it's bad now.
oh, well, sure, yeah. Honestly, nobody respected this deck even then.
Oh, not Thwart. It was Foil. That's what it was. They made Foil a common, not Thwart.
You know that my actual first deck, not just my first Moto deck, but like
Yeah.
the first deck I won money with playing Magic.
What's that?
Back in the year 2000.
What's that?
Was a standard deck called Blue Skies.
I'm
literally
aware of
just
that
like it was like a mono blue deck.
Rising Waters.
Those were in the sideboard.
Okay.
But like it was just it was like the ugliest, dumbest creatures you could imagine. Just like random like Windrake type shits. And then Days Thwart Foil Gush.
I believe Rashad and Airship was in it.
Yeah,
does this look about right?
Yep, this is it.
But it has main deck Rising Waters.
Well, this is it shouldn't. But,
see, Shrout knows. He has opinions about decks from the year 2000.
Yeah.
Is this the one that forces you to tap your lands at end step?
Yep.
Man, you had to work so hard for efficient creatures back
Rising
then.
Waters, let me tell you. But
oh, that's really bad with Rising Waters, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, sure. This like doesn't play Chimeric Idol either. That's weird.
Wait, this is also a 61 card deck in the main deck. I just realized that because
and it's also a deck from 2017. So
I'm not really sure. Someone just submitted it into.
Okay, yeah, I don't really know what's happening here, but this is roughly what the shit looked like. But
well, Rashawn Ford is really good with Rising Waters, sort of.
It is. Check out Washout.
I know. I love Washout.
This is a card that people just forget that this card existed. But man, this shit was a backbreaker.
Because it was one-sided always.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the two of the most played decks in that format were Rebels, which just filled the board with white creatures slowly at the cost of like 1 million mana. And then the Fires decks, which just filled the board with green creatures. like,
but not as slow. They were much faster at it.
Yeah, I mean a little bit faster, yeah, but they were still not fast enough to be good against Washout. So,
and that's why there were 4 submerges apparently in this person's deck.
Absolutely, yeah.
Submerge is a really messed up Magic card. Like, think about it. It's actually just Slaughter Pact.
Yeah, I mean you can play around it.
Yeah, sometimes you play around
registering a different deck.
I was about to say sometimes you play around it, then you get wastelanded, and you're forced to draw your shitty creature again, and it's really unpleasant.
This Blue Skies deck looks like an Arena Sparky deck. I mean, it did. It does, and it did. Like creatures were just worse back then, but like this deck didn't play good creatures even by like the creatures in this deck were a joke even by the standards of the time. To be clear.
Slasher21 says it's a better Slaughter Pact. I actually agree with that. Submerge is better than Slaughter Pact because you don't have to pay 2 in a black.
True. Yeah.
And also, something that happens specifically in like rug mirrors, you can wait until you have multiple submerges and just choose which order they redraw the creatures in, and that's really messed up.
I mean, submerge. Yeah, 0 mana time walks clearly shouldn't exist. So
Why did you actually play withdrawal back then?
absolutely. I mean, it was really good against rebels because they tapped out every
Oh, they
turn.
tap out, so you would just double and summon. You would undo them at
Yeah.
instant speed.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this deck was actually like you felt like a little Jedi when you're playing it because you're obviously like it's like aggro control syndrome. You feel like a genius, but like this deck is one of the easiest decks I've ever played to play. Like it's just it does the exact same thing every game. You just like play like a blimp, and then like turn 3 you play a blimp, turn 4 you play another blimp, and then just counter everything they do for the rest of the game, and then you win. And then occasionally you bounce some shit.
You know, I find it weird that this deck only plays 3 days.
Well, I mean, it clearly is wrong to do that.
Okay,
You
so
obviously played 4 days. Yeah, that's.
look,
I didn't notice
let's
that,
go
but whatever.
look. Maybe this one's no this. Oh, this is someone just trying to remember all the cards in it.
Yeah, those were the big ones. They hit the big notes. Whole blue skies, he said.
This does not look right either, actually. But
I mean, no, it's a little off, but there. I don't want to act like there was like only one
right,
correct one.
right.
There were obviously a lot of
Blue
variations.
Skies pre-modern casual.
Sure. This was
Oh, like
also this was a block deck. A Masks block deck before it was a standard deck. So
oh, Tom Glevin's optional Blue Skies. All right, let's
there we
see.
go. Sky Diamond. Okay, if you say so, man. I don't know about all this shit either, but
Well,
so he's just like
this
he's like
does not look right either.
and
I'm not gonna lie.
this doesn't have enough threats. I mean, it's like this
Oh,
is this is this is a Skies deck built by someone who just has like a really intense all four ofs fetish, basically.
I feel like the first one we clicked on was actually probably the most. Wait, hold about this one. This one looks closer to correct.
Well, they don't need these Drake hatchlings, I don't think.
The first version we clicked on also had Drake Hatchling.
Yeah. What is it? Oh, this list doesn't have Chimeric Idols. If you just cut the Drake hatchlings and play Chimeric Idol, this would be pretty close to correct. I
Okay.
don't think you would
Was Hydro?
all
Wait, so this was the standard version. Hydroblast was legal.
no. Was it?
Oh,
Unless it's in sixth edition. Is it in sixth edition? I
you
don't think it
know,
is. I'm pretty sure Hydroblast was not legal.
it was in fifth, but not
Yeah, no,
sixth.
it definitely wasn't because Chill was legal. They wouldn't put Hydroblast and Chill in the same set.
You say that.
True, I guess that's fair. But
I
not
honestly
like in this.
think back then there were way too many hosers in a lot of decks in a lot of formats,
True, yeah.
like unnecessarily so. I think. So you really liked that deck, huh? You
Well, it
played
was
in like a
my
JSS or something?
yeah. I mean, it was the first deck I ever played. I don't. You brought up Gush and how fucked up Gush was, and I was like, boy, let me tell
Oh,
you, me and Gush go way
what the fuck
back.
is Riven Snake?
It's a 2/3 for 3 that it either starts with flying and they can pay 2 mana to make it not have flying. Right? Is that how it works?
Wow, this was a constructed playable card.
Absolutely.
Holy moly!
Welcome to Masks Block. Yeah.
Well, this was French nationals.
Yeah, but
Let's
so
see.
that's a
Let's
weird
see what
choice.
other decks. Role played this deck. Was this a
Yeah,
thing?
this to give yeah sure this was deck. This to give you an idea of what the meta game looked like. These decks were fun. This was actually was a really fun standard in my opinion, but
We have Nether Spirit and no probe for it.
you can pitch it to foil. You can pitch it to
It's true.
you can also well like obviously if it's in a factor fiction split that comes up. You can also just cast it right because it's a blue black deck, isn't it?
Yep. Counter Crosis. There's just Crosis's charm is the Crosis.
I mean, this is just Nether Go, but they've added some red cards.
Oh, because Pyrozombing's a recurring threat, and no one could beat recurring threats back then.
this deck is not good. This list. I don't know why you would add red. You don't need red, but
And this looks pretty stock for fires back then.
pretty much the way this format evolved, well, no, it's not. Like main deck R mutation is a little strange. Actually, yeah, there's a lot of weird shit in this list.
But it
Um,
won.
it did good for them. The main
Do you
deck
think
obliterate is also not standard.
Earthquake was
I,
fine? I think
Earthquake, yeah, was fine. I don't even know what Wrist Charm does, so I think one of its
it
modes
makes
makes
tokens.
tokens. Yeah, I
Yep.
know that. Destroy non-basic lands. All right, and it's a fog, really?
Yeah, it's a no. It's not even a fog. It's like a dawn
Oh,
charm.
like a one. Oh, okay.
This is not a good card.
I'm a little skeptical.
Why? Wait.
They
Why do people
probably
play so many aura mutations?
Is Pierre Maulerbat the guy that won like worlds in like '95 or something like that? Like, is he?
No, that doesn't sound right.
He's one
But
of the like oldest old school guys, right?
no, it's only French Nats. It looks like.
Okay, who am I
Oh
thinking of?
wait, they have some standard daily finishes back in 2011
All right.
with Psychic Barrier and Midnight Haunting in their Delver deck. Huh.
Sure. Yeah.
Keck. All right. All joking aside, Burning Bridge. This is a grafted skullcap deck. It
Yep.
is.
Sure is.
If your burst is at 0, you can mutate for more. Oh, maybe that is it.
Bertrand Lestrie. Yeah, that is who I'm thinking of. Thanks, Ross.
It is Bertrand Lestrie.
I'm pretty sure Pierre Maulerbat was also a guy from that era. And obviously, he hung around, into 2001 to win
Maybe.
French Nationals. But
It was Zach Dolan versus Lestrie, right?
Yep.
God, we're boomers. All these arena kids have no idea.
Zach Dolan won Worlds in '94. He's talking about PT1.
It's Michael.
Lecanto.
Yeah, he showed up at some SCG like a few years back, and Cedric and Peace only knew who he was, and no one else did.
Literally nobody else did.
Yeah, it was really funny.
That's how this goes.
Yeah,
it's like the last live event I played was like an SCG Open in last year, I want to say. But I showed up and it was kind of fun that like there were like 6 people there, just like, holy shit, Shrout's here. That's weird. And then everybody else was like, who? Which was kind of refreshing, to be honest.
Yeah, you're like, I can go under the radar.
Yeah.
All right, was this deck black red generally, or was it? I thought it was like red, but
it was mostly mono red. I don't know. It seems like in France that year they just had the real thing for Pyre Zombie. I don't know why.
Because it's a recurring threat.
Card really wasn't that good. I don't know why everybody seems to like Pyre Zombie.
Oh yeah, who couldn't forget Pierre Canali? God, the OSIP. I went back and watched the OSIP coverage of that match of the finals of that PT. It is so brutal.
Yeah, kind of embarrassing. Like for OSIP, it's really like, yeah, it was super unprofessional, and it's kind of awkward that like that was just considered normal at the time.
Oh, this was standard Splinter Twin. I was confused for a sec.
For those that don't know what we're talking about, this was Pro Tour Columbus in 2004, I want to say. Pierre Canali top 8'd, and yeah, OSIP did commentary for that Pro Tour and basically just like talk shit the entire time that Pierre Canali was on stream. Because I mean, Pierre Canali was not playing well, which I mean, people make mistakes when they're like in their first Pro Tour top 8. Like I can confirm that from personal experience. So,
but also back then, not that many pros entered the booth, anyways.
True.
Was the other issue, I think. Oh look, a storm deck with early frost.
Why? Yeah, it's really jarring, especially if you've watched modern coverage where like nowadays the casters will just bend over backwards to not even hint that a mistake is a thing a player can make. You know, like they're
Yep.
I think they go a little too far with it, but
okay. Question for you: why was early frost in this deck?
To end-step tap your opponent's land so you could untap and kill them.
So it's just a Giga Drowse.
Just a Giga Drowse, yeah.
Got it.
What? Why? Why
No,
is that?
no, no, nothing. I'm just saying got it.
All right, I don't know. That seems that felt obvious to me. I don't know what you're.
We're just giving you
Are
shit.
you implying that it should have just been Giga Draws instead of Early Frost?
No, probably not. It costs
Yeah,
blue to do the same thing
exactly.
in your deck that has a lot of mountains. I agree with you, Ultimate Price. They basically say everyone is so good all the time, which is
Yeah,
kind of
they also have a
disingenuous, I
habit of
think.
like,
Wait, JPA is here. Huh. I didn't even see him sneak in.
well, we're about to get snuck and showed. Apparently.
Sman dropped at O2.
Rough.
That's a classic Sman maneuver, I think.
Jarvis confirmed hater.
What do I hate? What? I don't hate.
Early Frost, you hated just
Oh,
now.
I did hate on early frost. That's true.
Yeah, you probably hated all sorts of shit as well. You hate on so many things it doesn't even register to you.
I don't hate on hot sauce though,
True.
but I heard you do.
Nah, man, it's all right.
Just all right.
Yeah, I don't love it.
Yeah, see, that's basically hating on it.
Common misconception.
Is it?
Well, that I am a huge hot sauce fan.
Oh, true. That
Jarvis hates on math.
What? I love
I
math.
Sounds right to me.
We're fighting against Monastery Mentor, guaranteed. This is not the best hand, but I'm keeping.
Yeah, I would still keep it. I was thinking. I mean, you get to put the excess lands away with the brainstorm, so it works out to being a good hand just in like 3 turns, which we may not get. Jarvis math hater, we always called him. Yeah. Jarvis kind of is. He doesn't hate math, but he is a math hater. And what I mean by that is, if you ever use any kind of mathematical terminology around Jarvis, he instantly becomes actually guy.
You're a actually guy.
Not about math terms, I'm not.
Okay, fine. Oh, so I'm not bolting this Delver. Ooh, no blind flipped. I think I want to play it slow.
I would bolt it if they don't give us an Arcanist to bolt. Like an end step, I would, I think.
All right, we'll see.
Do you not want to? Do you want to end step brainstorm instead?
Oh, probably not, but we'll see what they do.
Pi is exactly 3.
All right.
Yeah, the biblical pi.
Okay, I think I'm fine with that. That's pretty good.
That is solid, except we would like to cast this Delver, but we have to crack the fetch to do it, so that's kind of annoying, but...
I think if we're going to put back...
We should go back to lands, right? Is that crazy?
I want to keep 1 land, I think, in case if I get wastelanded. Or 2 lands, rather. Or no, 1 land. I want to keep 1 land. So I think I'm going to put back Trop and Daze, actually.
You don't think we'll use both our Dazes?
I guess actually we could.
Yeah, I'd rather have both Dazes. Also, a Daze is a land drop, so...
Okay. Well, then what are we doing this turn? Fetching Trop and playing Delver?
That's what I wanted to do.
Okay. Yeah, JW, I don't think that play is good. That's why I didn't do it. I didn't even consider it, because I think it's pretty awful.
I mean, I don't hate just trading Bolt for Daze, either, but... Like, once they don't...
Play an Arcanist, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Ponder. What did they pick up? Volcanic? Ooh, what the hell? They're shuffling away a Ponder? That's kind of terrifying, actually, right?
Not necessarily. They probably need to have a lot of cantrips in their hand.
Right. I don't know. Oh,
okay, I like how the chat is just trying to distract you by like throwing out math words.
I do not believe I care about this.
I would I would daze it just because we don't have a land drop anyway.
But if I draw a red source, it's so much better not to daze it, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't think we can just sit around on
Alright.
a bunch of dazes and never use them. Like,
Fine. I'm not convinced this is right. Alright, I'm not dazing this one.
yeah, no, this is dope. Now that's like you using a daze that we're gonna keep us off Dreadhorde Arcanist, or that would have kept us off Dreadhorde Arcanist.
I think I'm just going to play Arcanist now.
Yep, that's what I want to do. Especially now that we have Force of Negation. Like, it was a little awkward that like it was probably going to get bolted, but
This is like the fastest days of my life.
absolutely.
Because like once they force, that means they're probably soft to it. And next turn, if things go well, we can just bolt down 2 creatures or something. I don't know, like. That sucks. Oh well.
Smart. Yeah, well played. All right. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
this.
they only have 1 card, so they can't even do anything. So now we're up a few cards.
Yeah, we're
sort
stabilized.
of.
Kind of a tilt.
I think I just let it go. Brainstorming now is like pretty awful.
Yeah, I would rather wait a turn. I mean, I want to untap and brainstorm, but
Vaguely punished, but
even hitting Force of Will would have sucked. Let's be real. Like,
all right, I'm putting the negation and drop back and playing mandrills off the trop.
can we put back like Misty Force of Negation and then draw the Force of Negation, and then so that way next like
I
we'll
don't
play
think that
Mandrels.
card's going to be good past like. I don't think that card's good
It,
long term.
so
Essentially,
my so no, my logic is okay. So we do that. We play Trop and play Hoots, and then next turn we can play Oko, and then we have Force of Will plus a blue card. So this is I just want to keep Force of Negation as a blue card, and this way we don't get to shuffle off our brainstorm, but we get a blue card, and we have 2 turns of good threats to present.
okay, I guess I can buy that. Oh, I can exile all of the dazes, of course.
Well, opponent is in the business of having it. I mean, we're also in the business of having it. That's Delver for you. Look at you. I forgot that was a card people played.
I think I'm just going to Oko plus this turn.
Okay, sure.
I mean, the other play is to play mandrills again. Actually, that might be better.
Yeah, like, but
okay, yeah.
Then we just the Oko takes 3 damage, and then
Probably going to end up forcibling that if I had to guess, but maybe not.
yeah, just to protect the Oko.
It depends a lot on what they draw this turn, I think. But I will block every time. I will call so fast.
You think?
Do I care?
I think you do.
Yeah,
I mean,
so.
it's like it's just.
I mean, the force of negation is like shit, anyways, right?
Right. It's only awkward if they have drawn days, but we drew a land anyway. So
well, we knew the land was there, right?
Oh, we did, right?
Yeah, I mean, these turns were scripted perfectly. Like by this point, once we decided to make that plan, right?
Mm-hmm. They have another. Nope. Okay, that's fine. They probably only play 1 Brazen Borrower, right?
1 or 2, probably. Like I can't imagine playing more than that. Okay, let's see what's in the genie bottle. Okay, if you want to be like that, I will accept happily. You know, that's great. I mean, I could have stolen a Pyromancer, but I don't think that's worth it, actually.
Is it crazy to elk one of the Pyromancers?
No, it's better to steal one if I'm going to do that, right?
Oh, yeah, true. But
actually, maybe I should have just led on that then.
You probably should have, but whatever.
Okay.
I forgot you could do that.
Well,
Oko's one of the, again, because I didn't play standard during Oko standard. Oko is definitely one of those cards for me that I keep discovering it can do new shit.
well, that's the least activated ability on the card.
Right. Obviously, I knew it could do that, but I just never think about it.
Man, these green cards are really good in these mirrors, aren't they?
You think our opponent is blue red?
Probably it's not a lock, but Brazen Borrower makes me
Right.
think that, right?
Yep. We know our top card is Force of Negation.
I'm gonna fetch Upkeep.
I'm not sure about that. I mean, we can hardcast it, so I would just draw it.
The game ended.
That works. Yeah, that's better. But
Whoops. No, it's not good. Turn 10 dead. On the draw, I usually shave down on some of our Force of Wills because it's so bad to get them dazed, but also it's just kind of bad in the matchup period.
didn't we, last time I was on your stream and we played Delver, we had a discussion about how Dreadhorde Arcanist has made forces a lot better in Delver.
It has, but I mean, versus straight blue-red, I think there are less 3-drops you must Force of Will and you can just blast as well instead, right?
It's probably
like there's no Tarmogoyfs. They're only Sprite Dragons and Young Pyromancers. Instantly, that's why I'm bringing Blazing Volley. It's good versus Young Pyromancer.
Because all the Pyromancers, sure.
I'm gonna side out Chain Lightning, I think, maybe. And leave in 1 Force.
Okay. How do we feel about Hold Reacher?
Bad.
Should it be in there?
It's bad versus Daze, it's bad versus Blast. It costs 3.
Yeah, good enough for me.
I'm kind of on the fence about this one, but this one cannot be blasted, which is some upside. Actually, I'm just not going to have it.
Doesn't feel like it does anything either. So
well, it grinds the game out.
All right, I don't know. It doesn't seem great to me.
All right, and then we're going to sideboard like this.
I'm okay with it.
Like, you can make an argument for the chain, I guess.
Over what? Like a preordain or a
preordain, the third Oko, one of the forces.
I definitely don't want to cut an Oko.
A preordain?
I'm fine just not playing the chain. I don't think the chain's that important.
Yeah, I don't either.
We're bringing in a bunch of blasts, so
it's better versus blue-red, though, to be fair.
I mean, oh yeah, I'm willing to believe it is, but
that was a weird game. Like, I'm kind of skeptical that they should have shuffled away that Ponder because they did run out of cantrips eventually, and that happens more often than people think.
Yeah.
Basically, if I have a land there, I'm probably keeping that Ponder like all the time, personally.
So they had like they had like 2 young Pyromancers and a Brazen Borrower instead, basically.
Yeah.
Are we gonna try and kill this?
No.
Nope. We're doing this instead. This makes sense.
There are scenarios where you want to kill it, but like, I think there's a lot of reasons not to kill it.
Well, yeah. Well, I kind of briefly forgot. This is presumably a 4 young Pyromancer deck, right?
2 to 4.
We're not in a great hurry to use this Blazing Ball if we don't have to. I think this is going well, Jarvis.
Oh my god.
I love that we even get to daze their force when they obviously
I know.
Are priced into using their force here.
I would also believe my opponent is definitely not ghosting if they make this play.
Yeah.
Oh. I feel bad, actually. That's such an insane Blazing Volley.
Yeah, that went really well.
I believe I'm not even playing the Ponder. I think
I would. I mean, we have Hoots, so we need to fill our graveyard.
The reason not to play the Ponder is if you need to daze something that turn
and leave and pay for a daze. Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we?
Okay.
That's
no, I changed my mind actually.
I mean, yeah.
It's funny. I think we both changed our mind to what the other person was saying.
Well, I didn't feel strongly about it either way, so like.
I'm just gonna shuffle that, by the way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Those cards are all of the cards I already have in hand. I would rather just have like a removal spell or a force or something. Yeah.
But no, like the way we actually lose from this position is if they go like
Arcanist. Land
land,
Arcanist.
three drop we care about, and then days are days or whatever.
Hypothetically, we could lose to this, but I don't think it's that likely. I think I'm just gonna ponder.
Yeah.
If they daze, I'm gonna daze back, I think.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I think I'm gonna shuffle actually.
Yeah, these don't do anything.
I need another colored source.
You need either a green source or just like a threat. I guess you would take Delver instead.
Should I waste them? Probably not. Actually,
what have we?
nah.
They haven't dazed anything, right? So we
Yeah.
expect this to actually hurt them. So interesting.
What?
That seems
that was really unexpected. I think I'm just gonna cast Brainstorm, unless if you think I can wait a turn.
You could wait a turn, but I wouldn't. I'm fine brainstorming.
Yeah.
Like we're scared of 3-drops, and if we don't hit anything here, we can waste them anyway. So
Okay. Guess I can't waste them, but that's okay. All right. Green source. Okay. I'm not wasting that. I think that's like kind of unimportant actually.
you want to try and hit a red source, I guess.
Yeah. I think I should actually daze this to protect my red source, actually.
Really? Nah, I wouldn't.
All right. I guess they can't play removal spell plus waste in the same turn based on how their mana set up, right?
Right. And I just don't think we care that much about getting our red source wasted.
All right. I think a green source is very good here.
Agreed.
I feel like I should waste that, but
Definitely. Yeah, definitely get the red source out of there.
all right. Come on, land.
Does this feel like maybe a True Name Nemesis deck? Is that something we should care about?
Feels like it. Oh, that's the punishment actually, but whatever.
Yeah, that's a beat. But I mean, cutting off red is really valuable too. So
I agree.
tilt.
No, I got this on lockdown.
Yep. You fancy as hell.
I've made this play so many times in my life.
Yep.
I mean, like it's clearly correct to do this here. I think.
Yeah, because we have a backup removal spell probably. I guess it's gonna really suck if they play Dreadhorde Arcanist.
But... we have force. Yeah. We have force plus blast. Like I didn't even think about doing that because that's so obviously correct to me. And like we were about to discard anyways. Who the fuck cares, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna just bolt it, I think.
Yeah.
The question is, when do I bolt it? Probably on their end step because of lots of things. Oh, whoops! I said because probably on end step, and I just did it, and there became combat, which is not quite correct.
What's the difference? It ends up being the same, doesn't it? Yeah, this is awkward, but I think we should do it.
Sad.
Yeah, that's rough. Big tilts.
Maybe I should have waited to play around that, actually. I don't think so.
So
if I play my own Arcanist, it dies to their bolt.
It dies, so that's terrible. So, and wasting is also not great because then we can't play the Arcanist. So,
actually, if I waste them, they have no more red sources, probably. But
That's probably worth doing then.
Yeah. Yeah. This is where I get punished by like basic mountain or something, you know. But you know,
I
I'll
mean, if they
accept
don't
it.
have, yeah,
I think I'm just gonna rep the cantrip to use my
yeah,
mana.
yeah, that checks out. Man, that's not the one they picked up earlier, is it? No, it is. Okay. I was like, they have 2 of that card. That seems absurd. I don't hate it. Yeah, let's daze it because we don't actually want to cast Dreadhorde Arcanist anyway. So we just want to hit a green source. Yeah, this is a bummer.
I feel like this game would have been so easy if we had drawn one more fetch land, and we haven't actually in like a million cards. I mean, to be fair, we did get an insane 2-for-1 on turn 2, and I thought that was going to end the game, and apparently hasn't. Just kind
Yeah,
of.
we were so confident.
I mean, I'm still calling it. I think now, if I don't draw anything, if I just draw like Wastelands, I'm still going to run out these Arcanists now.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, if we had hit another green source, we would have been totally fine. Because, like, Hoots would have locked this game down. Aramath shouting out the true star of the stream.
Oh, they do have a mountain. All right, I'm going to cast Brainstorm anyways. I think I have to.
Yeah, I mean, we want to hit a fetch land to play a green spell. Got us.
We did actually draw a fair number of lands. It's just that 3 of them were Wastelands, which were not ideal. Because if any of those is a green source, I think the game does not look like this even close, you know?
True. Murder it. May as well.
Yeah. This is also a reason I was thinking about the Chain Lightning. Like, it's these sort of scenarios pretty much, you know?
Yeah, that it's. I mean, this is a scenario is how you lose, I guess. So
It's possible the 4th blast is too heavy, if that makes sense.
I didn't know like what we needed to care about post board if there were.
Well, it appears
Again,
they don't
like,
have any Sprite Dragons, and that's one reason I usually have that card
right
in the deck.
You mentioned that, and then like I didn't know if there were multiple true names or what, but like I'd be fine cutting one of the blasts for Chain Lightning.
I'm fine with this actually. If they want to use a daze, I don't think they actually should daze that, but
I mean, it's just converting their days into a. Oh, they don't have a cantrip.
Exactly. That's why I think they shouldn't have used it.
Yeah. Okay. Weird.
But maybe they can burn us out, so that there is that, right?
Well.
Green source. This is kind of nonsense.
Yeah, this is some horse shit.
It's turn 16 and we haven't found another green source.
I have used the word horse shit a lot this stream.
You have.
I'm satisfied with that.
Are you satisfied?
Yeah.
All right.
Right on time.
I'm ready to die to a bolt now.
Yep.
That's it. That's like my actual thought process. Okay, maybe they only have Arcanus.
This is great.
Is this great?
It's just a goofy scenario.
Yeah.
That's weird. Wait, did we want the Power Blast?
Well, we can shuffle it away.
Sure.
So I gain optionality by doing it this way, essentially.
It's at the cost of 1 life, which isn't trivial on this board.
I know, but
I don't know. We're about to get stifled. Oh, we got black cards, possibly. Yeah, got us.
we can never play around that, though, right?
No, we can't. 3 Arcanist size. Monkey.
No, I think this is right for them because any bolt just wins the game on the spot. Right?
Yeah, no, this is fine. Also, they like their excess Arcanists are just not that valuable. So,
I'd be really sad if I lose this game because it really feels like statistical unlikeliness is how I would put it.
It does.
We just block.
I think what we could have done differently.
Nothing really. Oh, that one turn where I bolted on main phase and got dazed and forced, and then they had another. I mean, I guess I could have done something different, but yeah, they don't have any Sprite Dragons. They just have a shit ton of Pyromancers, which makes the Blazing Volley look even better.
Yep. When you say monkey-sized Arcanist, does it have Delve?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I mean, I don't either. I'm just reading the chat. Yeah, get him, Jarvis.
That was really frustrating, actually.
Textbook BM, actually, yeah, using this chain here.
All right, the chain's coming back in, I think.
Yeah, before that, especially knowing that
I think on the play, I'm just gonna have 0 Forcibles in my deck. Is that crazy? Or just like 1?
That's not crazy, but can we cut anything else?
I'm gonna cut 1 blast for the Clothis as well, actually.
All right. Yeah, this is fine.
Why am I not playing like 26 lands? Our issue was not like we actually drew a bunch of lands. We drew a
good number of lands. Well, that's counting Wasteland as land, which maybe you shouldn't do. But
no, I think you should. Like especially in this deck.
Do we we maybe wanted to cut an Oko possibly?
Nah.
Just because like they probably have a lot of rebs post board.
That's why I decided to quote this on the play.
Fair.
All right, I accept these.
Yeah, these are fine. This worked out really well, but I actually would have fetched Volk instead of Trop, just because of Wasteland. But
wasting me when I chose not to shuffle was like kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I
a little ambitious. Yep, fine with this. Do we know what's under the Wasteland? We don't, do we?
No.
I want to brainstorm here then? Is that crazy?
No.
Might get dazed, but I'm okay with that. Huh.
I think I'm gonna put back both 3-drops, waste them. The question is which one. I think I'd rather keep Clothis.
Yes, I would just put back both Okos, and we're gonna draw one and then probably preordain the other away.
And I'm not gonna waste.
You're not gonna waste?
I mean, I have a bunch of 3-drops. You think I should?
I don't necessarily want to try and like.
All right, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like if we 2-drop, if they play a 2-drop, we're gonna have to daze it, so we're gonna be pretty far away from the 3-drop anyway. And also, we don't have blast up if they like fight the daze with a force. We're gonna daze the Reb, right?
If that's what's happening, yeah. And I think these games are a good reason why there's a lot of issues with fetching basics in the mirror. Like, Mountain is kind of miserable.
Yeah.
I mean, Island is better, obviously, but...
Yeah, them having a basic Mountain is kind of odd. That's good.
I think I just play Mandrills this turn. They can't even punish it.
Yeah, definitely.
I actually really do think Mandrills is like just so insanely good in these mirrors.
Yeah, now we're not wasting because we want to play these.
I'm just gonna say go as well.
Mm-hmm.
If they like double blast it, so be it. Or bolt it, rather.
Double bolt, yeah. That'd be hard for them to do with one Mountain, too.
Oh,
no, never mind. It's actually not that hard, is it? Yeah, good point. When does Clothis trigger? On our upkeep?
Okay, I have a new plan. I'm gonna bolt that and waste them.
I like it.
I'm gonna waste them first, obviously.
Yep. Well, yeah, okay, this works. It didn't float or anything.
I think this is fine.
Wait.
I can't do anything.
Yep. Yeah, the force was going to be a pain in the ass anyway.
And they pitched a daze as well, so it's just like super painful no matter what.
Yep.
Daze?
We can afford to. Well, they can't daze anyway. So.
But yeah, I'm leaving up.
Yeah, we're going to leave up blast. Yeah.
Really unfortunate. I think a daze at any point is so insane in this scenario, but
that's whatever. We're not in terrible shape here. They're not actually drawing cards off this Arcanist anymore, and they don't have mana to do things. So
I think I'm going to actually play Clothis this turn.
I asked earlier how Clothis works. Do you immediately get to eat something when you play it?
But there's a Power Blast in the graveyard. So if you play Oko first, then it doesn't really work.
You have to make it an elk, right?
Yeah.
Immediately. Which wouldn't be the worst, but...
What?
Got us.
That doesn't really do anything, I think.
I mean, it makes it so that we... Do we gain life off lands? Is that how this works?
No, you gain life off spells. I'm just going to exile their force and play Oko, I think.
Okay, do we gain anything off land?
No, you gain mana.
Okay, that's
It's like
not.
Death Right, but it's not. I don't think that's really that appealing.
Well, it lets days is still not a thing. No, it lets us play Oko with Power Blast up for Force of Will, right?
That's not the thing that is scary about playing Oko is it getting blasted, right?
Well, we can daze that and then Power Blast the. I would rather have the
But
mana.
you can't power blast the power blast that's flashbacked off the Arcanist.
We're gonna Oko the Arcanist. We're gonna make it an elk, aren't we?
I think this is wrong, but I see what you're saying.
Man, I just don't think the 2 life matters. And like the being able to cast all 3 of our spells might. So I don't know. That doesn't right. I mean, we have to do this anyway. Now we can daze this.
Think replaying is worth it, yeah.
I'm a little surprised they didn't have another bolt, honestly. I mean,
They've
I don't know what the
used
hell.
3 bolts.
I guess I could have a bunch of blue cards at this point.
They've used 3 bolts, so I'm not surprised actually.
Right. I'm just trying to think what could be in their hand, but actually, there's
Yeah, I
been
think
several
you're
draw
right.
steps since we cut them off blue, so there's probably could be literally anything blue.
Oh, that's very nice. I think I just draw the Arcanist and play it and make a food.
Yep.
And put the Force at the bottom. Because it's not actually going to do anything until I have
another blue card, which will be a minute.
So I think our opponent's having the same problem we did last game, but it's really because they put a basic mountain into their deck.
The
Like,
basic mountain has been.
This is, I think, basic
rough
island's
for them.
defensible. A basic mountain, like I think they would have actually been way better off if they had just. Let's see. Can I do the same thing again? Like I can just make a 3/3, play a second Oko, make a food, right?
Yeah.
And that's probably worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what the heck? This can only make red or green. I just learned that actually. Okay. Actually that makes sense, but it's good to learn things as well, you know?
Is it actually worth it to? Yeah.
No, I think so because, I mean, I don't think keeping it for force makes any sense. I think it's just better as like.
Well, I just wanted to keep it to like as a backup, like because now we don't have any way to stop like a blast, right? So I just wanted to have like an Oko in the back pocket if something happens to our first one.
Oh, I see. Okay, that actually might be correct. All right. But we are going to sit here because then that means a bolt cannot.
Right.
Yeah, no. I think I did jump the gun on that. I should have just held it. But yeah, they got screwed by our aggro wasteland right there.
Oh, they conceded?
Yeah, I mean, if they let us have another turn with that, it was GG, right?
Maybe. I guess that's
like 2 3/3s versus board. And we're draining them for 2 every turn.
Yeah, fair.
That one was not so easy. There was like, yeah, GG's, Rodney. You got screwed by the mountain. We got screwed by not having a trop in game 2, so it's kind of weird. It's like a symmetrical screwing, right? So, Rodney, I'm very anti-basics for this reason, actually. I'm also anti-Mystic Sanctuary except for snow control. Like, I assume you sided in the Sanctuary, but I probably wouldn't even side it in unless if it's literally versus Snow or Bant Miracles. Assuming you have, like, Painful Truths in your sideboard or something like that. Why are 3 mana cards good? Do you know what Utterly Milk is talking about, Shrout? I have no idea. Did Shrout die? Let's see if Shrout died. Shrout did die. One sec. Oh,
I
you're
vanished
back.
briefly, but I am back.
Okay. I figured out you died by looking at the participant number.
Yeah, I was saying random shit without realizing I had died. So
Oh, you just like an internet flicker or something like that?
yep.
Oh, yeah. So our opponent has showed up in the chat. I think they left when we got paired, which is, kind of them.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, we revived Shrout. So there's few questions about Delver sideboarding and Delver construction, which is A, do you play basics or not? And B, what about Mystic Sanctuary? I don't think Mystic Sanctuary is very good in the mirrors because the risk of drawing a come to play tapped land at any point is really, really high. Like that's a really high cost. And it only does something if you have 3 other islands, which is also like,
Which you generally don't want to have that many lands in play.
well, you
Period.
do sometimes, but it's also a huge cost to assume you're going to get to a board state like that.
Yep.
That utterly milked, they for sure were, but that plan only applies with decks that don't mess with your mana, I think.
Yeah, I mean, their list might be quite a bit different, so it's hard to compare. It's hard to say, well, like, will Delver decks should be built this way or that way, and like,
Yo, we got a raid from Aspiring Spike, 333 people. Appreciate it. And we are 3-0 in a Legacy Prelim with Rug Delver.
A lot of threes.
That is a lot of threes, isn't it?
Too many threes. Let's make one of them a 4.
You just want it to be 433?
Yes.
Or 334?
I would settle for 334.
334.
It's all the same to me, man.
It's all the same to you.
Or just win the last round. That would work as well.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, thanks. Have a good one with Spike. Hope you had a good stream. Let's shout out Aspiring Spike. I believe he mostly streams Modern, but I've seen him stream ANT before.
ANT? Like ad nauseam tendrils?
Yeah.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
6/5. Interesting point, but yeah, I mean, I still believe Snow and Rogue are the best 2 decks in the format, but they do have holes in them. I should fix Andrew's picture. How should I fix it?
What is my picture? I haven't actually looked at your
Well,
screen.
I think he's talking about the size.
Oh. Ant and taxes? Hell yeah.
Whoa. Could fill the whole space. If I put it under overlay, then can it fill the whole space? Nope.
Jarvis, are you telling me that I have not been filling the appropriate amount of space this entire time?
Okay, here's the thing.
I demand the real estate I am due, Jarvis.
Why did you have to put it that way? Alright. Does that work? Sort of. Actually, that sort of works. Hold on. It's still kind of missized. I'll put it under webcam as a layer. Got it. That makes sense.
5-hour ramble about Storm decks? Are you talking about the conversation that Jarvis and I have been having between rounds about Modern Storm, or was there a different 5-hour ramble about Storm decks?
Okay. Fine. Alright, I'll fix you, Shrout, but it involves a bunch of...
it'll all be worth it.
Will it?
You get to see my ugly mug.
It's not that ugly, and I literally could have... I don't know how... Your camera's probably still pointing somewhere where it can't actually see you, isn't it?
I don't have a camera.
Your laptop for sure has a camera.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it works, actually. But yeah, my laptop is like, the tray is closed and it's behind my monitor right now. I'd have to do some very strange ways to use it.
But
when
yeah...
when I do use the camera, I use my cell phone. But
that's fair. I can add a border to the text. Oh, okay. So I'm learning things about... Oh, that did not do it. I don't know. I'm trying to learn things about how to make this more readable. It's not that... obvious? Huh. Guess it depends on what I want the outline color to be. How do you add a border to the text? I'm looking at the chat. It makes... I don't know how to add a border. Oh, JP is 3-0 and Yamakiller is 3-0, so we're definitely going to play against one of them. Or we could get paired down, which is also an option.
Do we know what Yamakiller plays in Legacy usually?
Nope. The last few times he's been switching decks because I think he's testing for the playoff, which is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Mind Twist still banned on Legacy? Is it that good? I actually believe Mind Twist is probably not that good, but if it is good, the play pattern's so miserable that no one will want to play anymore.
Yeah.
So it's probably the same category as Mind's Desire, where if it's good, like the format like actually becomes horrible.
I mean, I agree. It is almost certainly not good. So there's that. But also, like, the benefit of unbanning it is basically just philosophical.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, either no one plays it, or even worse, someone does. So,
or even worse, no one has hands by like.
Yeah.
You know, it's either too good or horribly bad. Like there's actually no in between. I think for that card, right?
Yep.
Why is Lure still banned? That's a better question. I don't know.
Is it actually banned? I thought they.
Well, they fixed it, then they never unbanned it.
I didn't even realize they banned it.
Yeah,
honestly.
They banned it. Then changed the command rule. Then it's still banned. It and Zerta, the cat one that goes infinite with Grim Monolith.
Yeah. Can't play Modern Storm anymore because you hate Serum Visions. I actually, at this point, feel really weird about Preordain. Obviously, it's like just so much a better card than Serum Visions, but it's actually kind of nice to just be able to cast a cantrip and not make any decisions, and then like draw your card, and then like it's nice to be able to play a cantrip that cares about what's going to happen next turn rather than what's going to happen this turn, if that makes sense.
Do you think Serum Visions has aged well?
Kind of, honestly.
Also, Zerta is a fox. That's right. It's not a cat. I believe Luris is a cat, right?
Luris is a cat. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it was. Sorry, chat. I was asleep. I was asleep at the wheel.
I missed it. Yeah.
Everyone missed it.
Aren't they like weird hybrid things? Like, isn't Luris also kind of foxish and Zerta
no? It's a
kind
cat
of cattish?
beast, I think.
Well, is fox an actual creature type in Magic?
Yeah.
Or are they beasts?
No. Cat Nightmare. That's what it's like. Flourishing Fox is a fox.
Okay, sweet.
Wait, Loris is a nightmare cat.
Kitsune, yeah, you're right. They were foxes.
I forgot.
As an actual supported.
This card gives me nightmares. Actually.
What, Luris?
Yeah, look at its eyes.
Isn't that literally what it does? Like.
Yeah, it comes into your dreams and flavor-wise you up.
It's the dream den. Isn't that what the dream den is? It's like a Freddy Krueger thing.
I'm not sure if it's a Freddy Krueger thing.
I mean, more or less.
Also, did you realize there's a small cat in this picture?
Yeah, I sure did.
I did not notice that until now. Is there a cat dog? There is a cat dog. It has a special name. Cat dog. What is it called? Yeah. Ren and Siri, inseparable, is a dog cat. Ren and Siri. This was like the box topper buy a box promo for M21.
I didn't realize this was the thing.
Oh, you could only get it in treasure chests, that's why.
Ah.
Ren and Siri inseparable sounds like Ren and 6.
I keep forgetting that Ren and 6 is banned in Legacy.
But not in Modern.
Like every now and then when I'm watching you play Rug, I'm just like, I feel like this deck should play Ren and 6.
Yes, it should!
Why don't we have any Ren and 6s?
Because they let me do that, and then I won, like, everyone playing that deck won so much that then they decided it wasn't a good idea.
Right. How could I forget? Well, I can forget because I wasn't really paying attention to Magic when Ronin 6 Legacy was a thing. So.
Lutry's the best companion. Oh, Lutry's sweet.
I loved Lutri. Lutri was my favorite companion in that limited format. It was by far the most fun.
It's also an otter. It's so cute. Look at it. It's just like handling the.
Yeah, otters are adorable.
The buzzing energy ball.
It's like eating it's like a sea urchin, except instead of being made out of carbon, it's made out of electricity.
Otters are OP. Oh, Otter Lady says otters are OP. Yeah,
Checks
that's on brand.
Checks
Look,
out.
I'll just put. Can I companion this Lutri for free in this deck, and copy my Time Warp?
You'd have to cut some stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to. This deck. Well, I'm also never going to play this deck again. I think it's not aged well.
Fair.
Well, this version, the Time Warp version, I don't think has aged well, but the rest of these cards are stupid. Okay, tell me how to do the border and I'll fix it.
I just assumed that, like, you guys are acting like Otter Lady is a lady that really likes otters. I just assumed that they were an otter that really likes ladies, but I guess I had that backwards.
Good point. We can't assume.
Either way, they would feel like otters are great, so that checks out.
All right, and what do I do with this outline? I mean, I did find that before, but I don't know how to use it effectively.
I had during that standard, like before they changed the way that companions worked, one of the few decks that I had built on Arena, like not as a serious exercise, but just because it was fun, was like a mono red aggro deck, but it had Lutri. It was like singleton mono red aggro.
Is that fun?
Yeah, it was great because you had to like go kind of deep and play some like real shitters for your one drops and stuff. So like, I don't know, it was just satisfying.
All right, Weiser, I followed your instructions. It did not appear to change very much.
It's two pixels worth of real estate that I am owed, Jarvis. Don't be stingy now.
What? This is not me. You have all the real estate. We're trying to make the text visible.
Oh, well, that's my name though, right? So that's just as important.
Shrout, we're trying to make it work for you.
I know.
It looks a lot better. Oh, I guess maybe on my end, I can't tell the difference.
Yeah, I can't see it at all. I mean, I'm looking at the screen share through the Zoom call. So.
Well, no, it's not going to be there ever. It's only
it's like I'm not looking at the stream at all. Yeah. So I'm just. If chat tells me it looks great, I believe them.
Who else is XO? JPA and Yama Killer.
Was there a fourth person?
No.
It was just them, right?
Because we started out with 23 people, if you divide that by 8, there's not even guaranteed to be 3 3-0s, actually.
Right. I hadn't paid any attention to how many we started out with.
23 was the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Do we know JPA is still sneaking showing?
I would assume so. Basic Swamp says, I hope you play JPA. Not that I hope you lose, but you know. Yeah, there isn't even guaranteed to be a top 8. Weiser claims the stream is improved. So if you enjoy the stream, you should hit the follow button and hit that sub button. Be sure to use the Twitch Prime sub on someone.
I didn't really follow your logic there from like, Weiser claims the stream improved, like therefore it follows that you should sub. That didn't like, I can't connect those dots necessarily, but that's fine because it was still a reasonable thing to say.
Thank you, Shroud, for saying that was a reasonable thing to say. Oh, okay. Shroud, have you seen the prediction feature on Twitch?
I have not.
All right, I'll show you what it's like. It's basically gambling. All right. You're not allowed to because you're a mod.
Okay.
But basically, I'm starting a prediction. Will I win this match? And people can pick yes or no, and it basically gambles their channel points.
All right.
So it's like a built-in casino into Twitch, which is kind of.
Is there a vig, or is it just like a straight payout? Like, do we get to keep? Like, do we get to skim off the top or anything like that? Are we running the casino here?
Because the channel points just exchange hands. There's like.
Okay.
The channel points are worthless to me because I have infinity of them.
All right. Well, then
I can do whatever I want.
It's not like a casino at all, then.
Wow, CWOJ Anu scammed me out of 5K.
Stream was too bad, but yeah, for sure. There were definitely people coming in and being like, "What is this ugly ass Shrout doing here?"
You bet the house on loss, Tom? Wow, I hope you lose.
What can we do with channel points around here?
If you get.
Can I like?
Oh shoot, Rengod! Did I forget to do that? If you get 200,000 channel points, you can make me open all of my treasure tests.
I mean, I can do that anyway.
No, you can't. You can't make me open.
That's fair.
If you get 7,500, you can make me try to make a didgeridoo or Alphorn sound.
You know what? I have no idea what kind of sound the didgeridoo makes. Not a clue. I just realized that.
Tom says, if you lose, then I win. If you win, then I'm happy. It's a win-win bet. Oh, well, I guess that's in unassailable logic, actually.
Yeah, that all checks out.
All right. This is for all the marbles, chat.
Google what? Oh, didgeridoo sounds. Yeah. I assume they just sound like a old timey hunting horn, basically, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, one thing I can do, I can hide the floating meeting controls because they actually like take up space. Right.
Was this all like? Did we consider mulliganing this hand?
No.
You would always keep this?
Yeah. On the play, I would keep. It's just too good.
Okay.
Also, it looks like a mirror, so like the extra lands are like kind of helpful too. I mean, obviously not the most insane, but I think I'm gonna ponder. These are all decent. There's a possibility I should have played fetch first, actually, but
this is fine. I just draw the chain last because we probably don't want it, right?
Agreed.
But we want the others.
Yep.
Like we actively really want the others, so this works out fine, and we'll play the land and fetch.
That's fine. It's fine.
I want to bolt one of these end step.
Oh. Should I have?
That's fine. But this also works.
Well, they F6, so I'm going to bolt one now.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have F6'd opponent. That's like, that's classic double queuing equity, but that also gives a lot of information away.
Unless you have lightning reflexes and you can un-F6 in time.
Yeah, I was supposed to play my fetch. The Big Owl, 7/6/7, Mole 4 lands. I disagree. Which is why I kept.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have kept this hand too. I was surprised we didn't discuss it at all because it felt borderline to me.
All right, our opponent shuffled on Ponder. I don't really want to bolt this, so I think I'm just going to say go. Not even attack.
That's fair.
Because if they don't flip, then they don't get to attack. If they do flip, I can set a stop here and see what happens.
Also, we just don't really care that much about a 3/2. Like, we would rather hold our one answer to Arcanist if we can.
So it appears Yama switched decks because he's played like Hull Breacher, Karn Echo Stomping in the past. Sweet Hogak. But I mean, Rug is really good, obviously. Yeah, these element tokens being the voice of resurgence tokens is so wild.
Makes me feel right at home. I miss voice resurgence.
Oh yeah, you voice of resurgence was your jam.
Yeah.
But this is definitely the wrong token for young Biomancer.
Yeah, it's very strange.
uh.
We'll block. We'll do it.
Yeah, that we didn't attack, so we'll definitely block. That was a good one.
Yeah, it is.
I could play my land first to play around Double Days.
Double Days, which is probably worth doing.
Yeah. I'm not attacking because the chance that, you know, if this gets dealt with, preordain. All right.
That's annoying. I don't think.
No, I think I just let it go and see what happens.
Yeah, cutting off of 1 mana with the days doesn't seem like it does anything here. So, but yeah, they have to do that basically, and then we can.
I think I'm gonna bolt the flip Delver end step.
Yeah, but then we have to fetch another Volk, and I don't really want to do that.
The flip side is Fawn. Maybe it's okay if we get Fawned.
I think it is. We can daze the. No, we can't. Can we?
No, I'm gonna bolt end step then. I think it's fine.
All right.
I think I don't even cast. Well, actually, I should cast the Brainstorm this turn, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good action we can hit off of it. I want to
hear me out. What if I just put the 2 reactive cards back?
That's the literal opposite of what I wanted to do, but I wanted to just put the canvas back and say go. Well, I mean attack and say go, like attack the Oko. But and that way we're just sitting on Force of Negation that we can hard cast.
But like, aren't most of the things we care about? I kind of hate that because I think what we really care about is building on this board, not trying to react with Fawn.
So you want to get rid of the reactive cards, shuffle, and then preordain?
Yeah, exactly. Because what if they just like jam our Arcanus or something?
Here's the problem with doing that. The problem with doing that is you have to use your fetch land immedially.
That's fine. Then I'll cast preordain.
It's not fine because then you have to get Trop, and then they have Wasteland. So then you have only this one turn to find like Oko if you're gonna find it, or I don't know. I'm comfortable being reactive here. I think we can just pressure down the Oko.
I think it's bad, but
make your call. I mean, do what you want to do.
I think you're wrong, so I'm going to do the other thing. Maybe we'll get stifled.
If they just play Arcanist, that could be a problem. The thing is, like, we don't have to crack the fetch land. So, like, if we do that, then we take our turn. That's good, right? Because we're gonna.
Well, do I leave both on top? Actually, I can, and they might waste me. You know.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that is good.
Yeah, because we can brainstorm and then play it next turn. Yeah.
This worked out pretty well, I think. Actually.
Yeah, this is okay. This is all right. Do the bad call. I have 14k on the line.
I don't see a reason to cast brainstorm this turn, though.
No,
I think it's
wouldn't.
Pretty bad to do so.
Yeah, like if they had played Arcanist there, if we had done what I said and they played Arcanist, then we just like untap, take the turn, and then we just play one of our cantrips, or maybe fetch and then play one of the cantrips, and it's like we're back where we started. We're just a card deeper. Which turns out to be what happened, so that's cool. Do we? No. Okay.
No, I don't think that does anything, right?
I might brainstorm in response to this. Is that weird? Because then we're just casting the brainstorm to have a card anyway, right? And this way we will have an extra mana to play around days when we cast our Oko.
Yeah, I think brainstorming's right.
And now we get a backup threat, I think. But I'm trying to decide which one we want.
Probably the Arcanist is my suspicion. Yeah, I'm gonna put back Oko, Tarn, redraw Tarn, and then fetch, and then play the Oko plus on theirs.
Okay.
Oh, I can actually attack the Oko first.
Yeah, you attack Oko first. Yeah, because then they have to choose which one they keep. I would not play land. Well,
whoops. Okay, yeah, you're right, but getting lazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I'm slamming so hard.
Slam that shit. I mean, this probably gets fawned, honestly, but ooh, faded it.
If they attack, I'm gonna chump, I think.
Yeah, the 1/1's not really doing anything.
All right.
What a shit show.
I think I make food, waste their trop, play Arcanist, and leave this back.
Yeah, I don't see any other play that's actually good here. So
yeah.
Are you winning? Here's the thing. I don't have a fucking clue. I am so inexperienced in Oko mirrors that I have a really hard time gauging who's ahead in these situations. I feel like our opponent is, but
I think it's close.
Yeah.
And really, it's going to come down to what happens in this next turn cycle, right?
Yep. It's going to come down to what our opponent's 2 cards actually are, because they've had 2 cards in their hand for some time and haven't played them.
Ooh, Ramp won game 1 versus JPA. Let's go, Ramp. Ramp is also a friend of the chat.
For a second, I was like, what Ramp deck is there in Legacy? What are we talking
but it's the username Ramp.
Yeah. I caught on. I was like, that's exciting. How are we ramping here? Are these prelims just dailies? They seem to be. They're basically they're dailies that give you a lot of
QPs, but less like actual prizes.
Yeah.
Which makes you sad, Shrout, I think.
Yeah, it does.
XJ Cloud, I've been in this stream for 5 minutes and you've seen 3 Okos angry react. If they have a bolt, that's fine. I'm willing.
If they have a bolt, there's nothing we can do about it. Also, if they have a bolt, we get to keep our Arcanist, so that's sweet.
If they don't have a bolt, we're going to bury them so hard that I think it's going to be fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, they have to have something, though, right? Like, they can't have force blue card because they would have used it on Oko. If they had bolts, I mean, well, they can't have bolt either because they would have used bolt on our previous
it's
Oko
unlikely
turns.
that they have bolt.
Do you think they just have lands, maybe?
lands are fawns. Like, okay, this sort of makes sense actually. Yeah, they just have lands. Yep.
That's what I expected them to do in this.
So I'm gonna plus clear out their Oko and defend with fawn, and then we are slightly ahead.
Yep. Then
but only slightly because things could go south very quickly.
We are exactly a 3-3 ahead, and this is fine.
I'm snapping off fawn on any cantrip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes. If they have bolt, I think they need to bolt Arcanist. Although, well, realistically, if they have bolt, they should bore the Arcanist and then bolt the Oko. But since they didn't do that, yeah, they should bolt the Arcanist. That seems like a good force of negation target to me, man.
Yeah, I was thinking of, well, now I realize this. I cannot let that resolve. Or I can't chain it back because then they just chain back and clear the entire board. It's really not actually good to do. Alright, so they want to slow the game down, which makes sense. But I want to cast Ponder.
That is actually, yeah. Sendo says, why do they play Basic Mountain? And that seems strange to me.
Trading Queens? No, this was a stock list that Edgar was championing for a bit.
Well, those seem good. Maybe not so much the Chain Lightning, but...
yeah, the question is, how do I want to play this, right?
I want to...
I mean, the question is, which of these two do I draw this turn, I think?
I want to draw Hoots, and then attack, and then play Hoots post-combat.
Okay, then I should put Forcible under it.
Chain.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I think Foul in Hand is actually wrong. That's why we were discussing it.
Right. I mean, that was the choice we were making, was which do we want to...
Yeah, Basic Mountain, I hate Basic Mountain. It actually lost our opponent the last match, I think, which is kind of funny. I guess there's no real reason not to bluff like a Brown Days. It doesn't cost me very much, right?
Matter, yeah, because this Mandrills could get bounced and we could recast it twice. So
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
they pitched Oko, which is not surprising. Okay, so they have green again, but we'll have force for their next thing. And the chain, I think, is just going to kill them.
Yeah, chain's actually just Lava Spike, which is great.
No, I love Peaceoli. Both Shrout and I love Peaceoli. We just don't think Basic Mountain is very good in Delver.
Right. Also, that is not a Peaceoli Basic Mountain.
I agree. This is like the opposite.
Yeah.
In so many ways.
Some kind of horseshit Master Set snow-covered mountain, which is
this is Modern Horizons. That's not Master Set.
Well, it's kind of a Master Set.
They chain themselves.
Peaceol is an Arabian Nights mountain kind of guy, right? That's his mountain?
Yeah. Oh, he said he was downgrading because he doesn't...
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was like auctioning them off and stuff, yeah.
I agree 100% with what Orm said. Did our opponent play Young Pyromancer or not? They didn't, but I think they have it. So
I didn't see any.
The reason I think they have it is the Basic Mountain, Basic Island thing usually did indicate Young Pyromancer. So
they played Oko, which is
right, and that's actually good with Young Pyromancer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm just saying, like, but they are a rug. They do have green cards. They're not like blue-red like our last opponent, but.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna cut off the fouls this time and just have all the blasts in. It's a little bit scary to do this, I think. But...
I wouldn't do that.
All right, I'll leave in one foul.
Like we got kind of flooded on blasts against Arcanist last time we tried that, so.
XJ Cloud said this is a Sulfur Elemental stream, and I said
Absolutely.
It's because I respect Death and Taxes.
It's your boy.
It's your boy. You don't play that card if you don't respect Death and Taxes, right?
Probably not anymore. I mean, it used to kind of double dip as also a good card against Miracles, but
and Lingering Souls way back when I first suggested it to.
I mean, sure, but
Drew.
Lingering Souls is not a thing. So
yeah, it hasn't been a thing for years. So
granted, people still insisted on playing it for like about a decade after it stopped being a thing. So
I did win game 1, but isn't my prediction for the match?
I thought the prediction was who we were going to get paired against. I didn't
No,
realize.
hell no. It's will I win this match?
Oh, I thought it was like, are we going to get paired against JPA or not?
This is a keep though in 6.
Yeah, this is good. This is good.
Going to bottom blast, I think.
Blast is what I would bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either blast or submerge, but
Nah, submerge is so insane. Like, if they shuffle, I'm inclined to just waste them. But we'll see. We shall see. If they don't shuffle, I think I'm just going to play Delver. Or are you a coward?
No, I would. I don't even like wasting necessarily if they did shuffle.
No, but do you ponder or you play Delver?
Oh, I see between that. I'm a coward. I would ponder.
All right. You and Autumn. All right. This is pretty good though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw the Delta and the Bolt.
I mean, it's really just a question of like, is your hand good enough to win, or does your hand have interaction if you like get wasted? And it doesn't. Our hand's actually terrible if we get wasted. So if we had a force, I would probably live dangerously and play Delver there. Will I keep Oko in the Mole Decision? It's just like a really powerful card that probably the end game revolves around it. It's that is worth considering. We didn't really talk about it, but I think I would rather just like have Oko in the back pocket than a Reb that we can't currently cast. Because both Oko and Reb are cards that are going to be irrelevant in the first couple turns.
I could have wasted him there, but I think that's still wrong.
Are we fetching here?
Well, like we'll see what they do, but probably, yeah.
All right. What do we know about what's on top? Anything?
This is the ponder they revealed.
No, on top of our deck.
It's a bad card. I'm pretty sure. Like it was Oko Bolt fetch, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna just fetch and bolt this. I think.
Sorry, we don't want the fetch land.
No, the fetch is the Delta I played that turn.
So we don't know of the top card then.
No, it's Oko, which we definitely do not want to draw.
Oh, it's Oko. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep, you're right. Okay, that's.
I think I should just bolt here though.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's gonna suck if they play Arcanist, but whatever.
We have Submerge.
But they don't necessarily have to play into it, so.
It's true, but I'm just saying it's not like I'm still a coward. I would ponder, yeah.
Yeah. So I think I can waste them now, actually, as weird as that sounds.
Yeah, no, that's fine, because we actually want to draw all of these lands at least. And we may, and I don't hate drawing the Chain Lightning either, depending on what happens.
I'm going to draw the chain first, actually.
Oh, that's not how I would have done it, but okay.
Oh, I see. Never mind. Actually, it makes sense to put the chain on the bottom.
Yeah, especially because we may end up playing Delver next turn, so it doesn't matter now. But
well, I'll give you a hint. I'm not playing Delver this turn because I want to draw the other land.
Yep.
This was the reason to put the chain on the bottom, I think, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's a good chance we actually don't want the chain now, but that's like it would have been nice to like pass the buck on that decision for a couple turns.
Yep, I threw it. Ugh.
Well, you didn't throw it because we may actually the chain still might be good, like here. Although we still don't chain here, right? We still sit on chain.
I think chain is better versus Arcanist, essentially, is what I'm thinking.
True.
What if I just say... I kind of want to brainstorm during their upkeep.
You don't want to play Delver this turn?
Not Really? I was thinking about shuffling it away with Brainstorm actually during
Okay.
their upkeep.
So yeah, so like the thing that felt awkward to me is I don't really feel like there's anything good. Like I like the cards in our hand. I don't want to brainstorm anything away.
I think
But if
this
you,
one's actually
but
pretty bad.
yeah, if you want to get rid of Delver, then this is fine. Yeah.
All right. Well, they revealed a Power Blast, so I want to do it now. I mean, obviously they could have another Power Blast, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put this back.
And
Probably Oko.
is it Pyroblast?
Yeah.
It's either Oko or Chain Lightning, right?
I think the chain's gonna be good.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's kind of awkward that I have to keep this force in my hand, but if they like decide to slam an Oko, I want to be covered.
No, it's fine. Like we're gonna play Young Pyromancer, and then it's almost certainly gonna get immediately like bolted, so we get to use force to protect it and make a token.
Well, no, I don't want to do that really because that runs into their days really hard, right? Or their Power Blast really hard, right?
I'm just trying to cast all these spells in their hand, honestly, but that's probably fine.
I think I'm going to cast Ponder this turn.
That also works, I suppose. That's not how I would do it, but this is you have a clear plan that's different from how I would approach it, so just do you.
So hear me out. What if I just waste their Volk?
What's that accomplish?
Oh, I guess not very much.
Well,
no. If I waste their Volk, they can't chain me back, which is not irrelevant.
Are you then gonna chain the Delver the same turn?
I'm chained Delver this turn. Yeah. Maybe that's too risky. Maybe I should just wait.
I actually don't hate. I mean, we're probably gonna now that we don't have the Oko, it doesn't matter if we draw out days, does it?
Right. This is sort of complicated, I think.
The other awkward thing is if we draw Delver, we're gonna have to like have Trop on top of our deck when we play it.
Oh, you want to draw the Delver right now?
Nah, not really.
No, I think I'm gonna waste them in chain their Delver. If they days, that's fine.
Yeah, getting it days is fine. You could also just let's just waste them and pass. Actually,
well, the dangerous part is what if they waste my Volk? Okay. I think that's the one thing you're not allowed to do. Actually,
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You could also. It's too late now, but I might have just played Wasteland and then Chain before using it, and just like let them 3-ball us if they want.
If they're gonna fetch, I could just submerge the thing.
That's what I was trying to set up. Actually.
Oh, I see. Okay, I think now. I think now this actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Whoa! They didn't do it. Okay.
I mean, that's fine. They'll do it eventually.
Are you sure?
Well, no, but I mean, we can chain their Delver, and then they like we'll have mana up to pay for days. Oh, this works too.
So I can I can chain their Arcanist on my turn.
Is our top card Trop?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yes, that is what I would do.
It's kind of awkward. We can't sneak this Pyromancer into play, though.
Yeah.
But I think it's fine. Yeah. I think I'm just going to chain this on my turn. I don't want to use the Submerge yet because I think they're so likely to fetch, right?
Yeah. Do we want to maybe... No.
Okay. No, I don't want to Brainstorm yet.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. But we actually need to have the blue card, don't we?
I agree. If they're never going to fetch, it's kind of nuts.
I don't think that's true at all, Otter Lady. I think Doomsday would be actively terrible in this spot.
I don't think our deck is set up to use
I don't.
Doomsday.
I don't think we have a Doomsday stack that wins from there.
Agreed.
Well, well.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
What?
You're
Oh
supposed to
shoot!
submerge
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Oh no, shit.
No, that's the other one.
Okay.
All right.
I did. Whoops. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoops. So they're bolting me, I guess. So I'm gonna force the bolt.
Yeah, I don't think we're dead. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
they're
don't think
dead
so.
if
They
their
have
last
one
card
card.
is.
They have one card.
Yeah.
And they can't cast Power Blast, and we know it's Power Blast, right? All cards are accounted for.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna put everything on the field.
Yeah. Brainstorm, draw the Delver, and pitch that. That's interesting.
Oh, actually, that might have been
that
would have
probably
been
would have been
better.
better.
Whoops.
I mean, now we
That's
have a
way.
Delver, so maybe our clock, like it could increase our clock by a lot, which could be relevant. We're very close to dead, but like being close to dead is like if you're dead, don't show the submerge, but if you're close to dead, use the fucking submerge. Like that's
I actually knew he was out of Volks because that's the way the mana is built.
They only have 3.
Yeah.
They have a mountain.
No, they only have 2 because of the basic lands.
Oh.
I know, like, there's real cost to this mana base, and you're seeing it right here.
They're definitely real cost. Now are we dead?
No, we knew it was the Power Blast.
We knew it was a blast. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, obviously, this is scary. But...
Oh, the preordained. Okay. I was thinking they were blasting the Delver, which I feel like they maybe should have done, but.
I mean, I don't think I can draw anything, but
it has to be that. That does it.
That doesn't do
it.
it.
Because we can't. Yeah. Shit. All right. Yeah, tilts.
I mean, I do think our opponent did not play that well, but it's okay. I'm gonna side and quote this on the play and side out 1.
Oko is actually a lot worse in post-board games, isn't it? Because of all the blasts.
That's I've said that forever, but people argue with me.
I mean, it's really good when it sticks. So I
know, but
I get it, but
not playing the Delver would have done it. Would have?
Also, I'm not sure what that means. Like what?
No, if we brainstormed that one turn,
we have an extra card to put back with brainstorm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Just okay, like I guess that did cost.
I mean, sure, but that's a really weird corner case to. I mean, playing the Delver was doing good work.
Yep. So I messed it up. That was the actual punt. Like the Delver was kind of worthless, even though it flipped immediately.
I don't think that's true, man. I think we needed a clock there. I don't know. I'm fine with playing the Delver. It just happened to work out.
No, but I think the brainstorm play would have been better. Yeah.
Oh, doing it the way Sam Sherman said, yeah, that would have been better. Yes.
Yeah, Sam, as usual, found a slightly better play than what I did. All right, this is fine. I'll ship a fetch. I think actually. Actually, kind of like these hands because I don't have to initiate like risky business. You know.
That's true. Yeah. Nice snow-covered mountain.
That's fine. Okay, this is sweet. I think I want to draw the Dreadhorde and Preordain for sure, and I'm not sure about the days.
Well, it's the card that we can draw last because we have a days already. So yeah. We're definitely not going to need to play 2 dazes anytime in the first 2 turns. So, or the next 2 turns rather.
think I'm just playing Arcanist here.
Checks out. Trying to avoid playing into days again, basically.
Yeah. I think I'm actually going to get Volcanic, as weird as that sounds, to play around Submerge.
Yes, that seems fine.
I mean, it does cost me a little bit that I can't really play Bolt if I want to, but I think it's fine, right?
I mean, once we're committed to not playing Preordain, like I would rather play Preordain here than Bolt anyway. So once we're committed to playing around days, we're not going to have Bolt anyway.
Sucks. It's fine though. I'm not dazing that. I don't think it's worth it.
I actually would have, I think, but because we have another days on top.
No,
or are we going to shuffle it away?
We shuffled already.
Oh, we did. Yeah, you're right. Those are good.
Kind of awkward. I have to fetch one Trop, one Volk to do everything. Right?
You can also just not bolt again, right? Like you can.
Oh, sure. Yep. That's actually probably better. But
Yeah.
then I am exposed to Submerge, but I guess that's okay, you know?
Yeah. It's whatever.
All right. I'll daze this one.
Yes, I would daze this one.
I might actually just pick up my Trop because of Submerge again.
Yes, definitely should.
Yeah. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Hoots is a big old boy. But do you want to try and bolt the Delver and then try and win with Hoots? Is that crazy?
Yeah, but the question is, do I waste this turn or not? I think I might just waste this turn.
Why would that be good?
Because they missed a land drop, so like...
I don't know. I mean, they're still going to have two lands, and that is still, they can still cast all their problem cards. I think I would rather just get the Hoots in play.
Well, yeah, we're bolting first. The question is, how do we play this? Delta's definitely going the bottom. The question is the other two. All right.
You want to kill Pyromancer instead of Delver? Yeah, that's a, like... Oh, but then...
Nah, I think this is fine, actually.
I mean, there are a lot of ways this can go bad, but... Oh, do we want to fetch before we play our Hoots? Is that crazy?
It is crazy, right?
Well, just to avoid Submerge, but...
We can't avoid Submerge.
Wait, you know what I mean.
I don't, actually, because I think it's fine if we redraw it.
Yeah, yes, okay, that's a valid answer, yes. I just meant, avoid having something shuffled away, but...
Oh, also, if they don't play a land, then we can draw the waste. If they do play a land, then we probably don't want the waste anymore, depending on what land it is.
That's true.
So that's also something that could happen.
Did we board in Blazing Volley by any chance?
I did.
Nice.
Wait, did I?
Yeah, actually, I don't remember us doing it, but I was.
I did, yeah.
Oh, cool.
All right, I don't want to draw waste anymore.
I think even if they hadn't played the land, we didn't want to draw waste. So yeah, this works.
All right.
Get it out of here.
So cantrip into Blazing Volley would be the best.
Let's go. That's also fine, right?
Guess I can see what they reveal.
Yeah, we need to do it. Oh. Yeah, that actually worked out really well. That is not how I would have played that.
No, because
Jarvis looked like a genius.
Look, they cantripped last turn, left on top, didn't
Right.
fetch, didn't reveal. What's the conclusion? It has to be Oko, right?
Apparently, yeah.
I'm blocking. I think my life total actually matters.
It does for sure. You definitely need
All
to
right.
be. That's a nice one. I think we care more about young pyromancer. Is that?
Do we?
No, probably not. Actually, yeah. No, we don't.
I guess I can just attack for 5 and see what they do, actually. Well, actually, I shouldn't attack with this one.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, the Delver's going to flip for sure, though, right? So,
yeah, so, I mean, this time I think I have to kill it because it's just too much damage.
Mm.
Well, we're drawing to Blazing Volley, so...
No, are we?
Yeah, I confirmed it. Oh my god.
That's a tilt.
Yeah, no, I am. I mean, like... this one I'm actually going to take because of Blazing Volley, yeah. Alright. I think I just have to cast it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, definitely.
This is desperation.
You cannot sit around. Had it.
So I can clear out their entire team and then redraw the Arcanist and put the Delver on the bottom?
Yep. Oh man, that was filthy.
Blazing Volley's been really good for us this film. I will point that out. And
Yes,
most people don't play that card, and I just think it's wrong not to play it.
Yeah.
Over Rough Tumble. Like, Rough Tumble would have been, like, pretty bad here, I think, actually.
I mean, it would have been fine because we still don't have 3/3, but...
I'm going to attack with both because if they bolt this, I still want the 1 damage on it, obviously.
Yep, that's fine. I accept.
Ooh, that's actually A-okay for me. I don't think they have much removal in their hand because if they have a bolt, they bolt my thing instead.
Definitely. They're basically priced into fooding your... Or, sorry, elking your Dreadhorde Arcanist here.
Yeah, if they don't, I just get to Pyroblast the Oko, right? And play a Mandrills, and then I'm, like, super far ahead. I'm slightly worried about my clock. Because we have been, like, talking a lot, but...
Yep.
I think it's not going to actually come down to clock, if I had to guess, right?
Yep. Yeah, I stopped interjecting about things a while ago because of that.
Do I bolt their creature and attack that for 2 and play Mandrills?
Yes, that is what I would do. The way they did this suggests their last card is Force, but that's fine because we really don't want our Hoot forced either, so I think we just do it like this.
I don't think they left in Force, actually, based on how the games have played out and how most people think about the matchup. I'm going to play around 1 days because
Yep.
it's free.
Yep, you
You
can
do that. 2, 3. Whoops.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, so their last card is force. All right, you're no.
Interesting.
I don't know what's going on. Whatever.
That was weird.
I like suddenly got scared for a sec, but I'm like, no, there's no way it can be force because if they had force, they would have just done it on that turn anyways, right?
Yeah. And then we
So
just
attack there.
chain lightning the creature.
No, it's an elk.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Actually, maybe I just send everything at Oko.
I would attack the Yama killer with the 3/3 and attack and send the others at Oko.
Right. Oh, okay. Actually, that does work. Yeah. Never mind.
Is their last card a submerge, maybe?
People don't play more than one submerge nowadays. I'm gonna let if they want to attack and kill my thing, that's fine. All right. So now we're in a situation where they get to bolt my 3/3, I guess. Okay, that's good. So I can force them to suicide their creature and play Arcanist and say go.
Yep. You can also attack. Let's play Arcanist and attack.
Is that better?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Because if they have nothing, then they're forced to stay back, and then we have lethal anyways. Right.
Right.
That's actually much better. I'm not actually going to time out.
Yeah, I mean, unless they break this up and then do some other stuff. Like they have to use a cantrip here off of this.
Yep. And it has to be brainstorm, probably, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, we'd be fine against Goyf because we have Chain Lightning and Dreadhorde Arcanist. So they need a combination of answers right now. Or just to make the game complicated enough that we can't solve it in 76 seconds. Which is probably their most likely way of winning. Goyf Bolt would be good, for sure. Does anybody play Goyf anymore?
Not really. The problem with Goyf is it's like so awful versus snow. I don't know what he's on about.
Yeah, I mean, the retrospective that you got that is you're like obligated to do after a close match. Like he's just doing the retrospective, and that's fine. It's a little awkward that he's doing it before the match is actually concluded when we have 76 seconds left on the clock.
All right. That was a stressful one, obviously. That was a close game 3. But we got to pay out the prediction.
We got a healthy payout of QPs and like 600 play points or whatever.
Look, as long as I don't have to put stuff into MTGO, I'm happy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What time is it? Okay. Shrout, how many chests should I open, and why is the answer 5?
I mean, I feel like the answer is 15.
Why is it 15? You only get 5.
Because the extra 10 is for the joy of your viewers, because they want to watch you open 10 more chests.
Oh,
right?
But hold on. There's a Didgeridoo.
Can y'all back me up
Hold on. There's a Didgeridoo Alpha Horn sound that's on the stack.
For the boys.
Well,
Yeah.
but
and
no,
the
but I
ladies.
have to play the sound.
and everybody in between.
I have to play the sound. Whoops. Didgeridoo. All right, Shrout, you ready to hear what this sounds like?
Hell yeah, ship it. Oh, I literally can't hear on your screen. I'm not watching your stream, so I can't hear it.
Oh, shit. Okay, well...
Just send me the link. I'll listen to it later.
I will send you the link on Discord. But this is what people wanted.
I agree, Basic Swamp. I thought I gave a very reasonable answer.
Alright, I'm gonna cut it off now. This is way too long. So that sound summons minotaurs, y'all. That's what that does.
Alright, I gotta check this out. See what the deal is. See what the fuss is about.
That's what... Oh, Ramp, nice. You went 3-1.
Oh, shit. Yeah, this cooks.
This cooks?
I like this guy's whole look too, like the gray hair and the red bandana. He looks like a lost member of like the Grateful Dead or something like that.
Z Turchan wants to say, is this cooks? Is that a thing people say? I don't know. It's a thing Shrout says, I guess.
No, it's a thing people said like 50 years ago.
50 years?
It's a very old
It's a 70s thing?
Actually more. No, it's older than that, honestly. It's like a 50s thing.
All right, Shrout. Jax, we can't 5-0. Jax, we can't 5-0 because preroms are only 4 rounds, but we get 40 QPs, so... Alright. I'll give you a compromise. I'll look at how many people subbed today, and then open that many chests. So 1, 2...
Open that many plus 1.
3... Alright, so we'll open a total of 9.
There we go.
Alright. Woo! Chests!
Alright, now I gotta watch your stream to see these now. Oh, wait, no, we're still screen sharing, yeah.
Yeah.
I was too busy looking at Didgeridoo, man.
Basic Swamps.
Play points. Look at that big stack of play
Okay,
points.
10 chests now.
What do you care about a couple
Look,
of chests?
shut up! Shut up!
Right,
I'm gonna blow it all cubing with you during the holidays.
Let's do it. One at a time, these chests.
One at a time.
Spoils of the vault. That's what we're gonna get when we open all these chests. Is all our spoils.
I don't think this card's worth anything anymore.
Really? I mean, it's like relevant and constructed, isn't it? That's what it takes for something to be worth something.
It's 33 cents.
33 whole American cents.
Turned to dead spoils. All right, chest number 2.
Firestorm. That's got to be worth something at this point.
I'm
right?
not sure anymore. I'm actually skeptical.
Yeah, I kind of am too.
It's 16 cents.
Jesus.
And Pithing Needle, that one is... Oh, 79 cents. No, 10th edition. 10th edition.
Is 70 cents.
Oh. Alright, that was number 2. Firestorm is a sweet card. Shrout and I have played a lot of Firestorms.
I love Firestorm, yeah.
I think this one's actually real. That one's real.
Oh, yeah.
Look, we opened multiple cards that go into Turbo Depths as a shout out to Tom Hep, Negator77 in the chat. We opened a Lamb of the Void and a Pithing Needle.
Which one is that? The Guild Pact one? So
yeah, it's the Guild Pact one, so it's worth more.
5.7?
So it's like 5.7. Yeah. And this card was not very good in that draft format.
And this card is also present. that's what we have to say about that.
All right, chest number 4. Number 5. What we got?
We thought you just skipped one. This is 4. Don't be pulling.
Yeah, no. This is 5 now.
I'm pretty sure this is 4.
What? Did I miscount?
All right. So this is one, the Leyline pack, the Firestorm, and then there was one. The first one we opened was Spoils of the Vault. Right?
Okay, you're right. It was only 4.
It's a 4.
Okay. I miscounted.
Don't be getting stingy, Jarvis.
What? I'm not getting stingy. Does it kind of I'm just an idiot?
I mean, don't do that either. Don't be an idiot either.
Wait, is this a card now? Belby? They turned Belby into a card? All right.
They just made it.
I want to see what Belby does real quick before I open another chest. Is that fair?
I know what Belby's armor does. I don't know
I
what.
also know what Belby's Percher does. It can't block.
True.
See, this one can't block. Oh! Oh. You mana burn. No, you don't. What the hell? This is a really weird card.
Yeah.
This is like Neheb the Eternal. You ever see that card?
No, actually, I was like, I believe you, but I don't know what that card is.
It's actually almost exactly the same, which is kind of funny.
Oh, this card. Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah,
card.
this card was sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's like a multiplayer card that's meant to encourage everybody to get some extra mana and shit. That checks out.
All right. This is number 5.
This is number 5. Lavalanche.
Remember when people played like Temple Bell, Howling Mine bullshit decks?
Oh yeah, I've played that deck in Standard.
Yeah, that deck was horrible. Of course you played it. No, it was not fine. It was horrible.
Yeah, there were all sorts of sweet cards that worked for that back then.
Remember losing to Lavalanche in Booster Draft?
I do remember that as well.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Yeah, card's fucked up.
Suddenly, you take 5 and all your creatures are dead, so you're probably dead as well.
Yeah, this was like Bonfire, but not constructed playable.
That's true. Bonfire was much better.
Number 6.
Ooh. That's probably not worth anything, though. This card is bad.
Probably not, yeah.
But it does look cool. Like,
remember back when people thought that was going to be like a standard like combo card?
I did not think that whatsoever. Maybe you did.
I mean, people thought it. Those mythical like rubes, you know. Like, I don't know. Somebody thought it.
Whoa! You can't just call people rubes in the chat, Shrout. That's really rude.
I didn't say the people in the chat. I just meant people out in the world.
But you're calling like these people out in the world rubes.
You really think there's not somebody out in the world who's not a rube?
Yes, I do believe there are people out in the world who are not rubes. Yes.
All right. Well, I fucked it up. You know what I meant. Fuck off.
You need to be careful with your logical statements.
Yep. Yep. Well, actually, mathematician showing up.
Oh man, people tried to do this shit with Eldrazi Conscription. Do you remember that?
Yep. Is there like there's a guaranteed amount of play points in every?
It's like 5. Sure, 5 is guaranteed.
I've just noticed we've gotten at least 5 in every one.
Yep.
It was Brian Gottlieb deck. You're calling him a rube.
Wow, dude, you called Gottlieb a rube on my stream? That is so rude.
No.
Maybe you are the rube instead.
I said Brian Gottlieb is allowed. Is allowed all the leeway in the world to try nonsense because Brian Gottlieb is a guy who does that. He has a track record of doing that. The people that uncritically look at the nonsense he's trying and think it might be a real deck without trying it for themselves, those are the rubes.
This was in Welcome Deck 17, but I also believe this was in Rise of Eldrazi. Right?
Sounds right. Yes.
I don't know. It sounds like you called Gottlieb a rube to me, and that's I don't know. I might have to cancel on Twitter for that.
Look, man, Gottlieb and we have the same deck building philosophy at heart, which is if it sounds sweet, try it. And
then waste like 5 matches on it, and then conclude your deck is horrible.
Yeah, or conclude that it's dope and keep trying. Remember when Ross and I teamed? Hell yeah, dude, that was great. That was the first time I'd ever met Gottlieb.
It was you, Ross Gottlieb?
Mm-hmm.
In limited or constructed?
Limited, yeah. It was a team limit. It was
Was it the Oath BFZ one?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Gottlieb is
I believe here's what happened. I didn't know Gottlieb very well at all. And we got like connected with him at the last second because we needed a teammate. And the people who pointed him in our direction told us, well, yeah, Brian Gottlieb is insanely good, but he plays really slow.
Oh, so, yeah, that is how I would describe him as well.
Whatever you do, and he also hadn't been playing very much at the time. I don't think he knew the cards very well. So they were just like, whatever you do, don't give him any blue cards. Just give him the like fastest, highest aggro deck you can build, and he will carry you. Which is exactly what happened in day one. Like, we gave me the Dudley deck, and we gave Gottlieb this like red-black Eldrazi aggro thing, and he just like he either 9-0 or 8-1, but he was also bored as shit the whole time. But then
That's
for
so
deck
unfair.
building in game for on day 2, I just remember in the back of my mind, like he immediately gravitated to like some like 7-drop sorcery blue card that was like a fancy divination or something, and he was just like, this card seems great, and he starts reaching for like blue black control cards, and I remember there's a voice like distantly in the back of my head like, I should intervene, I should point out that Gottlieb's not allowed to play the control cards, but like I didn't know him well enough to say that, and he just looked thrilled with what was happening.
Oh, you
Um,
couldn't stand to burst his bubble, is what you're saying.
exactly. So for day
Wow.
2, I played the aggro deck, and he played the blue control deck, and we ended up getting like a one draw, and
Uh,
that draw cost us. I am convinced.
oh, the card you're thinking of is Roiling Waters, by the
Roiling
way.
Waters, which actually we ended up losing. Oh yeah, we got a draw. There was one match Gottlieb didn't finish, and there was another one he lost because he thought this card was an instant.
They don't really make these instants anymore.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
And again, it's not that all of this could have been avoided if I had just asserted the thing I had been told about Gottlieb before the tournament and made
All
him
right.
play.
All right, Shrout, you ready for the last chest and last action of this stream for today?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
It better be a good one. It's an utter end to the stream. I don't know what to tell you.
That's perfect. That is how
It's not worth anything. I can guarantee that.
Definitely not. Yeah.
All right, Shrout. You have one more important task: is to pick who we should raid.
Ooh. All right. Well,
and I'll let you take a look. And I will raid whoever you say we should raid.
Okay. Who is playing Magic the Gathering these days?
Dokomoy points out we have 108 unopened chests. That is true. We do.
That's so many. It really is. It's too many.